Yeah, this show is stacked, and my internet's going in and out. So if I go in and out, then it is what it is. It just did it again, but it was like really, it wasn't really that bad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whatever. Bill should be here shortly. Anyway, this is first and frame rates number 80, episode 80. Like I said, we got a lot going on, a lot to talk about. A lot of things as far as sports and sports gaming.
See,
Myself.
that's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at the chat now. That's a heat check, heat check emoji. I see you.
Okay, yeah.
Naeem Miller. So,
Yeah, Naeem Miller.
thanks for the heat check emoji.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Looks good. Myself, VF Baller, DJ81 is here. Bill should be here shortly. If not, I'll track him down. But today it's a lot. The 2K20 demo came out. Madden 20 had a gameplay patch, so this is the actual patch that I'm actually was looking forward to, which was actually dwarfed by the fact that the demo came out. I also want to talk about Jay-Z and what he did with the NFL, and I'm gonna give you my take. I'm pretty sure everybody else will have their take as well. And the XFL, nobody really cared or really thought about it, but the XFL actually they gave us the teams that they're going to have in the league and the logos as well. So I'll be able to pull those up and we can talk about what we think about the teams and the logos. Come down again. Okay. See, my internet's going out again. It's going in and out. Yeah, it's going in and out. I don't know if you noticed just then, but it's going in and out.
Yeah, because you went silent for a second. So folks, just bear with us because VF, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's a rainstorm. I don't know what's going on down there. He may be in and out. So if I'm the only one here, I'll try to carry on as best. But if not, then we'll see what happens. We're gonna wing it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not like the internet is going down. It just clicking on and off. Like I don't get it. But whatever the case may be, if you haven't already, you can check us out on SoundCloud or iTunes. The link is to be down in the description on YouTube, or if you could catch us on our Twitter pages. I'm VF Baller, DJ is DJ81, Bills is Bills Fourth. And like I said, if you're not listening to us live, you're catching us on YouTube, you just want to download it to your device. Those are the places where you can go as well. Also, real quick, I know DJ gonna jump on me, but I do have an affiliate. Intro Champ is where you can go to. Down again. See, you saw that? I just went down again, just like that, quick.
Yeah, I think the signs are saying that even God doesn't like
Intro Champ. You don't like Intro Champ?
No, not Intro Champ, but just see. There we go. That's actually better. Just post that, because remember you said you was gonna do that last time. You're just gonna just put that and then just a little blurb.
Oh, just check out the website. The link is down in the description. We get a kickback on every intro that is purchased. So
he gets a kickback. I haven't seen any of it, so tell the truth, yeah.
The money ain't come yet, but I got you. There's been quite a few people who have bought intros. It's been a good thing, been great, and I appreciate the people who've been showing love, but purchasing intros with Intro Champ, and I highly appreciate it. Absolutely, they're great intros. They're nothing that's they're high quality. Mm-hmm. Anyway, like I said, what y'all want to talk about? But forget all that. Let's do your own intros, DJ.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're about to jump in the chat and not even tell people what was going on about each individual. It was like fuck them. Let's just talk about what's going on.
Everybody in the chat so far, man, what's going on? Cute Miss Ladybug, Naeem Miller, DJ. What's been going on with you this past week, man?
Man, all I know is that cute Miss Ladybug. She's in the chat. I've found her on Twitch, playing No Man's Sky of all games. So I have a No Man's Sky fan in the chat for once. Well, there's others in there too, but they hide out. But had a crazy ass live stream on Twitch, and I'm on Twitch, by the way. I've been on Twitch for the longest time. It's D8J1 that just switched around the letters. I urge everybody to check that live stream out. It's crazy. It goes dark. It goes left. Bills was there. He knows what I'm talking about.
What times are your live streams? Do you have a set time?
No, I don't have a set time. I just felt like doing it, and yeah. And I think who else was there? Pootie T. He's one of the people on my friends list. he was on there. He also has No Man's Sky, so it was like the three of us playing No Man's Sky and just talking, just chatting. So it was cool. It was wild. It was just it's kind of crazy.
Okay. Bills, are you there? Are you on? Like,
Yeah,
is
can you hear
your
me?
yeah. I just want to make sure.
My
So what's been
fault.
going on with you?
I fucking overslept, yo. I've been recording these past couple of days. I just been tired as hell, but actually the song should be finished on Saturday. The producer's currently mixing it, so it should be ready on Saturday. So I don't have to record anymore, thank God.
Okay.
But yeah, I just been playing this 2K demo, playing Madden, and airing out these fucking casual basketball fans.
Yeah, it sounds like you just woke up.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
hadn't had his crack cocaine yet.
It's bird poop.
I mean, I'm sorry, but the crack cocaine is reserved for shitty safeties in the city. I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
Hey,
It's not.
I stand with Patrick Chung. It's bird poop. We're not.
It's bird poop.
It's bird poop.
Hey, any excuse to get Patrick Chung off the team, I'm with it, yo.
Get him off the
It
team.
was
Well, I can't help
baby
it.
powder.
Fuck that guy.
Baby powder.
And they tried to get our quarterback down here in Saluda, South Carolina, with that bird poop, man.
Izzy said, "Arcade Nation, stand up." I mean,
we're gonna
a lot of people.
We're gonna get to that. As a matter of fact, let's jump on it now. NBA 2K20 demo. I'm gonna let you guys take the lead because I put it out on Twitter a few days ago that I'm not buying the game, and I have my reasons. I'll probably discuss them a little bit later, but I'm gonna let you guys let everybody know what y'all thoughts about the demo and the backlash that people are giving and what Mike Wang is doing.
Mike Wang is public enemy number one right now. He's like every casual's biggest hero right now. I'm like, but what he really changed? I'm not gonna minimize it. He should have just. I'm like, for a demo, you don't buckle.
Right.
Plain and simple. It's a demo. It's there to try out the game. See, especially with the My Career Builder part of it, and then the 2KU aspect of it, where you can actually go into the scrimmage part of it, so you can get a full untimed game through this demo. See, I like that. That's cool. I'm seeing.
You like
I'm
that,
now
right?
seeing that little.
You like that,
that's
right?
I know. Oh, look who's in the chat. Epicz.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, I just seen him pop up. What's up, Epicz?
What's going on, Epicz? But yeah, now this is what's going on in NBA 2K20 right now. Arcade Nation is making things happen right now.
Man.
You came in at just the right time, Epicz.
Exactly. And just to continue on, yeah, because the other two devs are holding up. Not that, like, Mike Wang holds all the cards right now, and it's just like, why would you cave on a demo? It's a demo. People are there to play, to check out the new features, check out the nuts and bolts of it in the modes that are available. Like I said, you can do a full scrimmage. You can go through the tutorials, which I urge everybody to do that. I don't find myself playing the My Career portion of it, but it was nice to jump into that just to get the initial taste. But then, Izzy, he put it out there because at first I was kind of disappointed with the demo until he was like, oh, no, just on Xbox, hit the back button to access the tutorial menus. And I was like, oh, and on PS4, it's the touchpad. And I think he was looking for that word, but it's the touchpad on the PS4 to open up the tutorials menu. And then you can access the scrimmage. So you can get like unfiltered. You can't call any plays, though. That's the one thing. I was like, I wish you could run a sample, some plays. But so as far as playing it.
Basically with the scrimmage, just like it's like playing just a basic pickup game.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and it's a basic set that they run. It's the two teams' basic freelance sets that you'll play through.
Gotcha.
But just coming across like the different mechanics, like the false first step, and I embarrassingly had to find that out after I posted my Twitter video because I came across it by accident. I heard it was going to be a feature, but I didn't think it was going to be located. The feature wasn't going to be located where it was. And I'm like, I don't know if you could tell, but it was a pleasant surprise. It was a control that I felt like I wouldn't use and felt like I didn't need, but
I saw
it's
it. I saw the picture.
welcomed.
I saw the tweet that you put out, and Scott OG actually acknowledged it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because that got a lot of traction, and then there was one. It was from like this default user had like their like your guys' icon. Well, Bill's icon is. I was able to get my icon in there, so we're not like looking ragtag. But one default user was like, "See, after all this time, I hope you guys are happy. The game looks like live now." Like, whatever. I didn't even respond to it because of the simple fact. And I know Bill, as you chimed in, it was just like, see. Such and such followers, so that, whatever. No one responds to a default account anyway.
Right.
But I definitely like the false first step. That definitely the difference. I wish I wish I wasn't forced to use Kyle Lowry though to figure this all out. But understanding Kyle Lowry, understanding that he's not a speed demon, and I've never seen him as a dribble demon. So it was for him, it was about first steps, and being able to pull that off with him, I can visualize what I can do. Oh, the God, what I'm planning to do with John Wall on the sticks. So I just look at it as, okay, I'm glad they got that in there. The movement system is good in good place right now. I understand that the demos, any demo that's put out is always an old build. So I'm like, of course, I saw some of the morphing issues and the movement. The movement to me probably could be better in the fact that it still felt like it was sticky in certain situations. But again, being an old build, they're taking the time to polish that up. So I can't wait to see what I'm getting as far as the full game. Anyone there?
I'm there.
Okay.
What are you up doing?
Yeah, VF may have fallen out. So yeah.
Oh no, my bad. I had my microphone up. I'm the one sitting here saying, "What are your thoughts?" and my microphone's up. My bad. What are your thoughts, Bills? My bad.
Well, enjoy the demo, because by the time we get this game, it won't be the same. People are already out here bitching about the quick first step, saying it's too fast. They're already bitching about not being able to stay in front of people. They're already bitching about not being able to dribble for 10 seconds and not lose any stamina. They feel like they shouldn't lose any type of stamina if they just dribble in one fucking spot. They feel.
Did he go out?
I don't know. I wonder if it's affecting everybody.
I don't know. I thought my internet was bad, but it seemed like Bill's just went out. When he comes back, I'll just find. I'm gonna get some people.
And it's like somebody said.
Oh, there he goes. We missed like 70% what you just said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really? How the fuck?
Yeah. You went out, and then we were just like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't never had this problem with this. What the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, basically, if you like the demo the way it is, enjoy it, because when the full game comes out, you're not going to get the same experience. These casuals are already ruining the experience. They're bitching about not being able to dribble in place for 15 seconds and not lose any stamina. If you dribble for 5 seconds in one spot and you're doing all your moves, you're going to lose stamina. I'm sorry. They're bitching about first step because they can't stay in front of a goddamn fucking rookie AI. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's the thing. It's on rookie.
It's on fucking rookie.
It's on rookie.
Like you're telling me these dudes turned on the game, went to 2KU and got worked by the computer and was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't having that." I gotta run to Twitter real quick and bitch to Mike Wang, my fucking sim daddy, apparently, because this motherfucker's handing out all these little mulligans to these motherfuckers. You don't have to learn how to play the game anymore. You don't have to actually sit down and say, oh shit, there's a learning curve. Nah, you just gotta go to Twitter and join in with the rest of these little pansies that are bitching about this shit. And Mike Wang will come out and say, hey, you know that demo we released less than a day ago? Yeah. Everything that we put in and bragged about, it's gone. It's fucking ridiculous. So when y'all get the game, the first step ain't gonna work the same out of triple threat anymore. When we get the game, they'll probably be sliding to account for the fact that they're slowing these players down, because now something that they've put in, they now have to nerf. So you already know how that shit works with 2K. So it's just like we get shit that we can enjoy for 2 seconds, and then the game comes out and we're like, what the fuck happened? This wasn't like this. And that's how it's gonna be, because I didn't see any sliding in this. I mean, well,
I saw a little bit.
I should say
it's minimized
with the individual players and how they move. If you had no contact animations, there was no sliding. Now, once you add the contact animations in, there's a bit of sliding. Yeah. Other than that, I haven't seen any. As far as guys going into the jump shot gathers, all that stuff is really nice.
Speaking of contact animations, have you taken the time to drive in and use the what is it, the avoidance? Like,
yes.
That is beautiful.
Every player is not good at it. Like, for example, Kyle Lowry, that's what his MO is. Mm-hmm. He's a gritty guard that gets into the paint. He can figure out a way to get his shot up. I was having success doing that. And one other thing. I can't leave this out because I bashed 2K for it, so I got to give them credit. Mm-hmm. While it's still the same, at least. Right. The pick and roll defense.
Yes. We're here. Yes.
God, it's so good.
So much better. Better.
And you can tell the player that you got in a pick and roll situation that shouldn't be in a pick and roll situation, because, like, okay, all the Spatial Jones. Yeah. I talked to you on Twitter. You're cool people. What's good? All right. So yeah, pick and roll situation.
Spatial Jones is on. That's what's up.
Draymond Green in pick and roll is a terror. Now, granted, of course, you're gonna have those situations where he doesn't quite understand that, you can just dump the ball off to your big man, because it's on rookie. You know what I'm saying? It's on rookie. So even on rookie, it played so well. I was impressed. I was really impressed. Mm-hmm. The issue with them driving in and kind of just standing there, that shit's gone. It seems like they're a lot more aggressive going to the basket, which is one of the things I was worried about, because 2K's offensive AI is kind of wonky sometimes. The other thing is, I posted a video about the avoidance, the avoidance system a little bit as far as the dribbling. Mm-hmm. I saw Stephen Curry split the defense and get really low. And once he realized that the defenders were closing in, he kind of pushed the ball out in front of him. I've been waiting for them to do that instead of just dribbling in traffic like willy-nilly. Like, I know Epicz talks about that a lot. There's a bunch of stuff.
I know the off-ball movement. You see them using their little fakes and stuff like that. Like, I remember having to chase Steph around, and it was just like, you literally had to just basically, you're now drawn into read and react versus just the computer doing read and react. So I thought that was pretty. Oh yeah. Also another touch. Mm-hmm. You know how like players would, when you run down the court, they will automatically turn to play defense.
Right.
You literally have to hold the L2 to turn them around and play defense, even to backpedal. Because if you don't have it, what will happen while you're guarding your man? He will turn and run in a direction. And you know what? And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I like that. And yeah, I definitely noticed that one. That was
and the other good thing, I mean, the passing in general. I was talking to B5 yesterday. B5 was streaming, and I'm sorry, B5, if you're listening. It seems like you just don't know how to pass, because he changed the interface to directional, and he would still pass into the wrong person. Like, B5, I played the beta. I played the demo. The passing is fine. The passing is amazing to me compared to how it was last year.
Mhm.
Like now you have a lob pass, right? You got a lob pass that you can lob over the defense, what I think is amazing. Because last year, Y was supposed to be the lob pass, but really it didn't operate as a lob pass. I mean, half the time it operated as a lead pass. But now to be able to drop that pass over the defense when they trap you is crucial. Because I would talk to you about that a lot. I'm like, yo, why
yeah.
they just have this lob pass where when they trap me, I can lob it over the defense and at the same time kind of lead the guy. It's just they've added that, and that is a whole new ball speed. Yeah, ball speed is really good on the passes.
But you know what? Just to cut in real quick about the ball speed, I like it as well where it is. But knowing me, because I like to do the touch passing, on there, where like it's gonna be for me. I'm gonna kick it up on the sliders a little higher so I can accomplish that. Because honestly, when the full game comes out, and I'm gonna attempt to do that, I'm gonna do the little touch passing and see how quickly that ball moves around. If I can move it around quickly on default, I won't change that slider. But if I can't, then because that's gonna really stress the read and react defense of the AI, and I want to stress it as much as possible to provide a challenge for them, but also increase it on their end so it provides that challenge for me as well. So,
so just back to the pick and roll defense for a second. So I do like the pick and roll defense. Here's the one thing that I kind of don't like is, and it's on rookie, so I have to take it with a grain of salt. But the rotations are a bit off. So the help rotations when you beat their pick and roll defense, I think they got to be a little bit better. But I'm not gonna completely judge it because it's on rookie. So if it's just because it's on rookie, then I'm good with it. But it was a couple times Draymond reacted really, really, really late. The other one thing that won't change based on difficulty that I don't really like is the fact that now the computer is shooting off of the shot meter rather than real player percentage.
Right now you can go in and change that.
Well, I know you can change yours, but I don't know if that means that they're going to shoot according to real player percentage.
And that's the thing. And that was another petty thing about Mike Wang.
Y'all still there?
Yeah, we're here. Yeah, that was another thing, a petty thing about Mike Wang caving in was the shot meter, the size of it.
Oh my god!
I'm sitting there. Okay, I put in 2 tweets to people just to throw that out there, and I was just like, "What are these people playing? They either playing on the Switch or they playing on like a 10-inch screen where they can't see the shot meter." And it's just like, look, one, in the demo, you can go in and change the location of the shot meter. You can put it either by your feet or you can put it over the guy's head. 2, you can change the color of it. So if you can't see green or yellow, you can change it to red. You can change it to blue. You can change it to any color on a rainbow. You can change it to where it splashes. Hopefully you can see that. And you can change it into a splat or a flash. Dude, and it's just like
the only good thing about that dumbass shot meter.
I don't use it. I turn it off completely. It doesn't exist in my games.
No, so I'm saying like I don't use it, but in my career, what makes me kind of like it is the fact that when my teammates get it, I know I got an assist. Because if you pass to somebody and it splashes, then boom, you got an assist. So that's the one thing I could be like, okay, yeah, I can deal with the shot meter. But me use it, no. And I don't like the computer shooting with it because there were several times I was with Stephen Curry and I was with Klay Thompson, and I'm like, bro, you're getting that green release every time on shots from like fucking half court. And I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it works out, but I don't know how I feel about that because they're not missing green releases. Nobody misses them. Draymond,
That's
Draymond got a green release, and fucking every green release Draymond made, I haven't seen a green release miss yet.
I've seen one. To me, the green release is not 100%. Like, it's not supposed to be 100%. It's supposed to be the bad. It's supposed to be 100% of their rating in that spot, for the situation. And it's just like, okay, if he's wide open, then more than likely, I think VF had dropped out again. He may come back later, but I've always viewed green releases in that manner. That it's not a guaranteed shot.
Well, that's the issue. Is it basically is and has been, because once again the casuals complain, we don't want to miss green releases. If I get a green release, I automatically want to make it. Well, newsflash, motherfuckers can time their release all they want to in real life, and their release might still be ass, and their form might still be ass, and they'll miss. Sorry, It's not all about timing, unfortunately, for you fucking casuals who go and bitch to Mike Wang. And this is the topic I wanted to branch into, and it's unfortunate that VF ain't here, because I would like to hear what he has to say as far as this. I don't think developers like Mike Wang should be on Twitter, because they react so fucking quick to these casual fans, and they automatically go, and Ronnie 2K is another one. Ronnie 2K. Oh, let me see. I've
always had my issues about him.
Oh, fuck that guy. Well, let me see what I have on my timeline. So small forwards need to be buffed, and stamina, and no. Stop reacting to these fucking casual fans. I've seen a lot more people say, no, we don't want this, than people who said, yes, we do. Stop letting the fucking YouTubers and these clown-ass couple of fans that come out and bitch about this shit, stop letting them dictate this game, because it's going to ruin it for the fucking simheads who played this demo and said, oh my God, this shit plays so well.
Okay, I'm still here, even though y'all still running. My internet is going in and out, but luckily the live stream is still going. But I'm in. I'm just gonna pull up some of the the comments in the chat so people can read them, so we know what other people are saying. And if you guys want to read them too as well, that'd be great. But Izzy's already complaining about the fact that it's on rookie. He's saying he wish you could play scrimmage on at least pro or all pro.
See, and that's something that they should have had open from the get-go. Nobody wants to, well, maybe little kids and folks that don't know how to play video games at my age of 39. But
it's just like somebody sent me an hour ago. I'm never removing the shot meter because I'm owned by the casual community. Signed by Mike Wang.
That's crazy.
It's people can see that he's caving to these fucking casuals. And I get really annoyed, because then you got people like Mills, okay? And more times than not, I'm cool with Mills. I just see his tweets and keep scrolling.
You got to understand his position, though.
Okay. But no. So he's like, okay, well, do the tweaks only come to do the tweaks go out individually, basically between Park and Pro Am? I said no, they're all blanket updates to the gameplay. That's what I'm trying to explain to him. And then he got all sarcastic. Oh yeah, so they have separate animations, but somehow they get the same gameplay tweaks. I'm like, look at the fucking patch notes. Look what happened last year. People complained about not being able to stay in front of folks. People complained about not being able to get past the AI last year. What happened? Sliding happened.
Yeah, that's good.
Sliding happened.
Like one person just said, if dudes don't want to play 2K20 to be like 19 or 18, go play the old games. And I mean, I'm playing the older game for other reasons, but I agree. You shouldn't have to change a new game to be like the old game, so it'll be like what they want. So I totally agree with that. But
VF, though, fuck that, because quite frankly, these motherfuckers can go and either stop playing the game and risk their sorry ass little fame that they have on YouTube, or they can suck it up, because quite frankly, they're going to keep playing anyway. That's the thing. I said this shit about Madden, and I've said it for years with these two companies. People are gonna play this game regardless. If you think they're gonna put down 2K, if 2K thinks they're gonna put down 2K, they're crazy. They're not putting this game down.
They can go back and play NBA Live 19.
But they're not gonna, because they're not basketball fans. They're fans of a fad, and they see everybody playing 2K.
You gotta understand that these guys aren't playing basketball. They're playing a video game, and they're trying to manipulate the video game to a point where they can get the outcome that they want. They don't want to play for skill. This is the main problem with Madden. This is why the Madden community and those guys who play them tournaments, they play the way they play. They play because they're trying to manipulate the game to get the outcome they want. They can care less. They can care less if they get an all-pro left tackle to block that quarterback. They could care less if they get an actual good point guard that actually could pass and do a little bit of everything. They want the game to be manipulated, and they can do that with anybody. That's why you see 7 foot.
Bro.
That's why you see 7 foot players that are playing like shooting guards.
That's just the way it is.
I hate it. I mean, I don't want it to be that way, but this is one of the main reasons why I said personally, I'm sticking with 2K19. This game is the way it is. The game is basically not going to be touched anymore. I don't have to worry about these casuals, and I can play my league without a stupid ass patch. So I mean, that's just the way I feel.
So here's the thing. So Mills put up a tweet, and he was talking about update. So this is what has happened in 24 hours of fucking damage. Update: we will no longer be locking out jump shot animations based on height and weight for the final game, so don't let that impact your build making decision. So basically, what people are worried about, you're gonna have these 7 foot niggas out here with these fucking Kevin Johnson jump shots, and they're gonna have these quick releases, and then it doesn't fit a 7 footer. So that's the thing. At first, I didn't get why people were talking so much about that, but now I get why people hate that so much. So then somebody came and said, Mills asked for who? He said, height shouldn't dictate whether you can get a custom jump shot or not. Mills goes on to say, it should dictate what you are able to do in a video game with a competitive environment, and classes needed to be balanced, kind of like the last tweet Mike tweeted about speed, because basically Mike Wang also put out a tweet that said, well, we're going to boost the speed and we're going to stamina for people, which was something that they put a big emphasis on developing this past cycle. You're not going to be dribbling in one place. So then he goes on to say, big men over the standard height are so damn slow. I don't get what the fuss is about, talking like 50 speed. They're going to be on the sticks. Then he goes on to talk about, slow gameplay is boring. I'm playing a video game. You see what I'm saying? These people, I'm playing a video game. It's boring if they're moving slow. Oh my God. Woe is me.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. You don't realize. I mean, people in our community, basically ever since Madden has come on the 360 and the PS3, or 2K come on the 360 PS3, we want a simulator. We want a video game to play like a simulator. Like, if we can get these games to play like a flight simulator, or let's say a military style shooting simulator, we'll be good. But you got these kids coming in, they want to have the whimsical fantasy time. Now, look at the park. The park tell you everything you need to know about what these kids want in 2K. You got guys with tiger stripe pants, purple hair, no shirt on.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with purple hair. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying this is what they're wearing with gloves on. They're doing backflips on the court. They want their 6'9" guy to play like a 6'2" guy. I mean, that's just this is the problem. And the guys that are the devs like Mike Wang, they're catering to them. And like Peter F just said that I put on the board, the people who want changes are complaining after the changes come. That is true. Once they get certain changes and they still can't do what they want the changes back.
But that's because they are developing a game based on a competitive fan base. And when you're basing a game and you're developing a game on competitive fan base, I mean, from a competitive standpoint and based on a competitive fan base, you're going to have this shit happen, because the clowns that last year couldn't defend, they're going to say, well, why don't you slow the players down on offense? And then this year, they're still not able to defend, but then they'll say, well, on offense, now I can't move, so now you have to speed me up. No! How about you fucking learn how to play the game or grow some balls and go outside and learn how to play basketball, and then maybe you'll realize that you're not just going to walk by everybody in front of you. Period. But they don't want to do that because they're too busy encapsulated in this fucking game that they want to be so unrealistic because they want to fulfill some type of importance to themselves that doesn't fucking exist. They want to feel so accomplished to get that 99 in a fucking video game.
But see, that's the thing. That's another thing about it because a lot of people are. I mean, they even put out a timeline and how to get to a 95 and how long it'll take.
Of course,
you know that. I mean, that's like, dog. Why don't y'all? They're just going out there and just want to be Superman in 3 days.
Here's what scares me even more. You could test your builder to 99 in this game. What the fuck is the skill level of some of these dudes? Imagine if they weren't 99s. I mean, holy fuck. You're not testing your guy out of a 70. You can. You're testing your guy out of a 99. You're playing the game on rookie, and you can't fucking dominate or at least hold your own to the point where you have to run to fucking your daddy on Twitter, Mike Wang, and say, "Oh, please change it. I can't play the game this year."
Wow.
Tell my mom not to buy it.
Damn, Bill, you sound like Hard 8.
Bro, this shit is so fucking annoying, bro.
Cute Miss Ladybug, she's absolutely. There's nothing wrong with purple hair, folks. There's nothing wrong, but I'm just saying these are what these guys want on the game. They want to dress their guys up in a whimsical form and not necessarily play real basketball. And I know you're probably coming from a different side of the universe as far as gaming, but on our side, we just want what we see on TV. I mean, it's nothing against people who are like that. It's just we want to see what we see. We want to play what we see when we watch the real sport. And it's so close to getting there. But when people claim that it's too hard for them to adjust to that, then they fall back, and then they'll say that, oh, it's too hard, and then, like I said, they'll fall back and they'll try to cater to them.
But more importantly, that's the issue. Is like, if you're gonna put out this game and you're gonna fucking adhere to these dumbass YouTubers, tell us that and don't claim you're a fucking simulation anymore. And then we'll accept it. Because if I know what I'm getting into every year, which is a shit show that's run by casuals and fucking YouTubers are developing the game virtually, then I'll just say fuck it and I'll go and I'll play an old 2K or something where my fucking intelligence isn't insulted. And where these fucking North Face backpack, zebra pant wearing fucking losers aren't ruining a game that y'all put out and put all this time and dedication into for grown-ass men like us to play.
Dang, he's going after fellow millennials.
Fuck them.
Doug Thomas came up with a really good point. He said, tell them to watch a real game and coaching tutorials.
See, I don't think they're going to do all that.
But not only that, the flip side to that, if you play the game CPU versus CPU, you can see stuff like that. They actually have tutorials in NBA 2K. They just choose not to go that far.
Because they don't want to. All they know is shoot jump shots, zigzag cheese because the defender can't stay with me, and bump steals, which they also took out, and they will be back, people. Trust me. Bump steals will be back in 2K because nobody knows how to stay in front of anybody anymore. So they have to bump into you, and then the ball goes off your leg, and woohoo, look at me. I have my 10th steal of the game on rookie, 100 points and 73 rebounds, and I feel so special with my 7-foot demigod, and now my mom's calling me to dinner, so I have to come upstairs, and I'll be back to my fucking 13-year-old friends who also don't know how to play basketball. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when you look at something like that, and once again, like Peter,
it's not Steph Curry's fault. Come on,
no, chill out, bro.
Come on,
no. Let me tell you something. He kind of has a point.
No,
let me
no.
He doesn't have a point as far as the game being bad or they're catering to those type of players. But I do. My personal opinion about the three-point shot. These guys who play this game don't give a fuck about the mid-range game. They don't care about backing nobody down. They don't give a shit about layups. Everybody want to shoot threes. Now, as far as the game go, I disagree. But I'm sick and tired of everybody wanting to shoot a fucking three-point shot.
Doug Thomas, the answer is no. Doug Thomas.
I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that part. Now, I don't know where you're coming from, Pooh, as far as if you're talking about the game overall, no. But I'm talking about these dumbass people who want to be 7'5" and shoot threes Yeah, I'm sick of that personally.
All I know, if Pooh had a player on his team that was doing what Steph Curry was doing, he wouldn't be saying shit about that Steph Curry like gameplay. So,
Hey, Doug Thomas, you know what? I take it back. They have played a real game of basketball. You know who they are?
they're the last ones picked.
They're the dude that shows up to the gym, right? And he's wearing the leggings, and he's wearing the newest kicks, and he's wearing the Nike shorts. He's all Nike'd out, and he got the muscle shirt, and he got his little 2 cents worth of progression on his muscles in the past 5 years, right? And he's out here on the court, and then he takes that first jump shot and he fucking airballs.
I also think that another thing about this, that what Pete F said that I put on the screen, the game is branded as a sim game, so it is somewhat of it's disheartening to people like Epicz, people like Izzy. A lot of people don't know Izzy is a big NBA Live fan, but to the core, he loves the game of basketball and he wants the game to play like basketball. People like him, he's disheartened. B5's another one. It's disheartening to people like us that's in this podcast. That's the stuff that it bothers us, because if you just brand the game as, okay, this is just straight basketball, you can do this, and this, whatever, go have fun, that's fine. But they pride themselves of being the most simulation, realistic game. They've been branding that since the Dreamcast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the Dreamcast, y'all got it right. Some parts of the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox and the 360, y'all got it right. Half of even the PS4, but like y'all are this close to getting it to 100% tip-top shape, and y'all start to cater to people where in the past I don't even remember them actually catering to people.
Oh, wait, BFC,
to this degree. I've never seen that.
We're gonna talk about this because you were gone for a second. So I brought up this question before. We didn't really dive straight into it, but do you think that a lot of this has to do with the interaction of fans, the interaction between fans and developers? Because me personally, I don't think that I should have to tell a developer how to make a fucking game, right? I mean, what do they do all year if they just wait for us to give information on what the fuck we heard about the game?
I've been saying this since the Game Changer program started in Madden, 13?
Yeah.
We do not need to tell these guys how to make a game.
We don't. Epicz said it years ago too.
And it's
I was about to say that too. Yeah, that's been like the hardcore basics of what we've been saying.
It's nothing against the guys who want to go down there and play the game and do this, that, and the third. You want to get buddy. You want to. There's nothing wrong with that. But feedback is bullshit. We should not, casual guys who are holding a controller, who probably played football or basketball in college or high school, we should not be telling these guys how to make a game. If anything, if you want real feedback, listen, I'm not even knocking it, because some people just don't make the team. But I promise you, a guy who was a third string lineman in college, or somebody who was a second string quarterback in college, bring them in, give them money, and they'll show you how to make the game. You can even get a high school football coach who don't want to coach anymore. Bring him in, and he can show you better than we can. That's holding the controller.
Well, DJ, I'm about to plug the playlist right now, because if you go back in the playlist to a past episode, you'll see where I said the death nail to 2K in the future would be what? Mike Wang putting them polls out about that fucking shot meter. And everybody thought I was crazy. It's just a shot meter. No. It's turned into more than that, because now we're a day into a demo and he's on Twitter putting up dumbass polls, asking people's opinions. Fuck their opinions. Their opinion is when they buy the game and don't buy the game. That's their fucking opinion. That's how far it goes. I'm sorry.
All right, let's get back to optimusgoob real quick. He said it's disgusting that they're considering nerfing stuff based off of the demo. Now,
it's on one day of the demo, though. Not even like
you play. That's to me. That's the quickest I've seen any game cave in. Ever. Not even just a demo, just in general. Full games don't, like Madden devs haven't caved that fast.
No, never.
That hurts.
There's a day of enjoyment, and they're like, "Hey, all that shit you enjoyed, it's
not even a day. Not even a day.
I mean, it
day.
blows my mind. It blows my mind that these dudes continue to adhere to the people that are on Twitter just bitching. Like I said, that's how far your opinion goes as far as how to make the game is. Do you buy it or do you not buy it? Other than that, it's not my job to fucking tell you, oh, the shot meter should be this size. Oh, I don't think blow-by animation should be in. I mean, come on, bro. We can sit here on this podcast and give our opinion, but that means that we're actually giving you valuable information that you didn't already know about how to make a basketball game.
Listen, if somebody finds a bug, if somebody finds a glitch, somebody finds a problem that the dev team did not find, I get it. But if I have to tell a dev that, look, you need better spacing in the game, or something, or you got linemen should be double team blocking, or if you got a quarterback that's just not throwing correctly, why is everybody doing one-handed catches like Pooh said in the chat? If you got to tell them that, I'm gonna be quiet. They don't need their job. Just like this, the past episode when I was going in on Hollywood and all that. These damn devs do not need our support as far as making the game. Now, if you want us to help push a game because the game is good, you want to be word of mouth. Now, if the game's good, yes, but if not, you're gonna get what you're getting today.
Yo, now here's the thing. Here's another great point that Pete brought up. He said on Twitter too, does Twitter even represent a significant portion of these players? So consider this.
Absolutely not.
Consider this. Consider a person that ain't on Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. He's not on Twitter, okay?
Or even if he is, he's not there for gaming.
Or he's not there for gaming, right? And he's like, yo, let's see what this new 2K hitting for, right? Gets 2K. It plays just like 2K19. Then he just happens to stumble upon Mike Wang's page. How do you think that dude's gonna feel? Like, he sees you reacting to people on Twitter. You're literally changing your game. Ronnie 2K literally said, based on my mentions, this is what we're gonna change in the game. Your mentions?
That's a cop-out.
Your fucking mentions. All the people that downloaded this demo, and you're going based off your mentions on Twitter. That's fucking spooky to me. That's fucking spooky. Like at this point, Mike Wang and 2K. No. You know what? Mike Wang has done enough standing up. He needs to sit the fuck down. That's what he needs to do. Scott O'Gallagher, okay, and Czar. Hey, Czar, the motherfucker that I came at and brought all this shit up to. Oh, where am I at now? Oh, where we at? Oh, we're in the same position. Oh, okay. So
I don't even want to talk about me and Czar. Yeah. I don't have a problem with him, but he can't take criticism. I went in on him with about this whole situation with NBA 2K17, and we haven't talked since.
That motherfucker realized he's in the same position as us plus a paycheck. Get the fuck out of here, Czar. You realize you were one of us, bro. You're one of us. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about any of us. That's why. Oh, Czar. Oh, I thought we were winning. You ain't winning shit. How you gonna outnumber cheesers? How you gonna do it? You thought you was gonna come in and change the world and put all those freelance sets are nice.
Wait, come on, bro. I think Marcez is actually on to something when you said about what he said about his comment. He said at this point, Mike Wang and 2K need to take a stand the same way EA did with Battlefield 5.
Yeah, and you see where Battlefield 5 is.
But flip that.
Is pretty much the dumpster fire
that
it is right now.
You gotta think about it. You know, you got to flip that though. They went down with the ship because the ship was already sinking. 2K was already 2K is on their boat is floating.
Yeah,
they're making their ship go down by not taking the stand.
Yeah,
like basically, like, look, this is what we got. If you can't adjust, fall back and find something else to play. You got it. That's the stand that you have to take. You know,
just consider
at least Dice and EA went down with a jacked up game. You know,
who thought we was gonna basically make it through August with Madden intact, and a fucking 2K demo can't be released for a day and not make it through?
Yeah, because we're about to jump on Madden in this patch because I'm actually surprised with this patch. Anything else y'all want to add to 2K? I haven't played it.
Well,
I have no desire to play 2K20. I didn't have any desire to play it beforehand, but after all of this, I really don't have any desire.
This is the last thing I'll say. It looks like another long year, DJ. Looks like another year of rosters and sliders. Looks like another year of let me go in and be that guy because
I mean, listen, we're gonna keep y'all updated on what they do with 2K20. I'm still on 2K19. I am number 5 in the East. I'm trying to win a championship with my sorry ass Bulls.
You want to stay updated? Just go to Mike Wing's page and watch him fucking dance for the people that are paying for the game.
I just look at it like this. At the end of the day, all this has no power over me. I'll just sit back. Like I said, I may not get the game right away, but hopefully. And I said the same thing about Madden, and I didn't get a free copy, but hopefully.
And my dumbass went pre-ordered the game. My dumbass went and said, "You know what? I've seen enough. I'm gonna put faith in." This is what happens. Ain't that a bitch, man?
You caught an L.
Oh, that's the biggest, man. Yo, I'll accept that. I'll hold that shit.
Anyway, like I said, 2K19 still fire, yo. Madden 20 patch. Judgment Day has arrived. Everybody was dreading about the Madden 20 gameplay patch, because every time when a patch come out in Madden, what happens? The game breaks. Something's wrong. You can't run the ball no more. You can't throw the ball. You can't do this and a third. I played a little bit post patch. I have honestly not too many issues with the game. It's still Madden, but nothing's game breaking. I'm still enjoying the game. If you guys got a PC, get it on Origin. Highly recommend it. If you can find it at a discount at this point, I say go ahead and get it, because the first patch came out and the game's not game breaking. If you can find it under $40, you're good. I'm trying to think if there's anything outside of the way I know. I've noticed that the zones are a little bit better. The offensive linemen are much better. I like the new X factors. They do work for the most part. They're a little bit better. Quarterbacks aren't sliding as much as they did when they run. I noticed that. But I think that's probably like the only thing. No more crazy dropbacks if they can't find nobody open.
Yeah, that's a big plus right there.
Yeah, that's a big plus. I noticed that as well. So up and up, I'm actually surprised. Madden is, whatever they did this time around, they didn't break the game. Bills, did you touch it or whatever the case may be?
Yeah, I played it. I kind of felt like Eddie Murphy in Harlem Nights when Arsenio Hall and his boys came after him. Right? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I got to stick and move. Pop, pop, pop. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, I don't hear nothing. And I get up slowly and I'm like, oh shit, the motherfucker's dead. That's how I felt about this patch. Like, oh, here we go. That's gonna be it, and nothing. So I'm impressed by that, just on their willpower to stay put and have faith in everything that they did in the development cycle.
One thing I can say, they have not listened to anybody talking about nerf anything. I'm actually
I mean, I'm very impressed with that. I know DJ said a lot of franchise fixes came in. That's a good thing.
Yeah, they did. I did. Yeah,
God, those quarterbacks needed a lot of work, so I'm glad.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Even with the traits, it was like it wasn't really doing nothing. I'm still playing on my roster, so that's not going to change. The game was playing pretty good before that. Now it's playing even better. Coverage is a little bit better, and I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying Madden, and honestly, I can say I'm enjoying Madden more than I can remember enjoying a football game probably since Madden 04. So I'm good, man. We're almost through August, and I'm still playing it, so that says a lot.
Yeah, because I mean, once they took RPM out of 19, I was done.
Same here. That was like the death nail for me.
Yeah, one
thing I gotta call out Smitty real quick.
Here we go. Shout out to Smitty, man.
Shout out to Smitty. I'm glad everything seems to have blown over with the things you were going through. I'm with you, bro. All right, but we got to talk about this. So there was a video one of these competitive gamers put up, and it really exposed the RPM in Madden this year like I've never seen it exposed. I mean, some of the things that this dude was doing, just the turntable running, and it was really bad.
Oh, I've seen videos like that last year.
Well, yeah, after the patch, when they nerfed it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Smitty tried to convince me that there was foot planting in this game, and I'm like, yeah, but it's so inconsistent that it doesn't really matter.
Let me tell you something about Madden 20 right now. There is no foot planting in Madden 20.
if you cut.
Now, don't get me wrong. The player looks like they're foot planning.
If you cut, okay, let's say you're running a stretch play to the right and you want to cut back all the way to the left. You're not going to get a foot plant.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be lucky if you get one. I'll say that. It's in there. It's somewhere hiding. You'll be lucky. There's a bunch of little things they've taken out, just like the little lean upfield when you return. Like, there's so many things. It's just like, how could you take something? Imagine if RPM from launch last year was put into this version of the game.
Oh, yeah. And make sure that RPM was running for every player, because that was another issue that Madden has ran into, is that RPM wasn't working for every position, and that was crazy in my book.
And it's still not, because honestly, they still have times where like the receiver or ball carrier will just start jogging, and it's like really weird. Like there'll be times where they'll just all of a sudden just start jogging in the middle of a play instead of sprinting. And they need to fix that, but the RPM, I mean, God, it's where the fuck has it gone? I mean, seriously, we're back to Madden 25 with the it's too realistic. I just want to be able to turn, and no, it's not how it works. Jesus Christ! I mean, they have it in every other layer of the game. If you're a lurking linebacker, you got to respect foot planting. You got to respect. If you're playing man coverage, you have to respect it. So why do ball carriers not have to respect the law of physics? It's just, I don't know.
It's funny. It seems.
And that's another thing Pete said, just real quick. All those moves behind the line that they had, even after they took a big portion of the regular foot planting out for RPM, those are gone for the most part. Ugh, I don't know, man.
My bad. My internet is acting up again, but it is what it is.
But I know, right? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I know right now I'm hearing storms in the background up here too. So
hey man, we're gonna keep it rolling though.
Yeah.
Like I said, the foot planting in Madden 20, the problem with it is not the fact that there's no foot planting. The game moves so smooth, the players don't feel heavy like they used to. They don't feel like they have any weight. Then don't get me wrong, the game plays well. It's just that you're not getting that experience like when you get that one cut or you just turn in the corner or anything like a perfect example of it was Madden 25. It was a perfect example of that type of movement. But you just
it's crazy how they took one cut out though. That was the main thing I'm talking about. They took one cut, that shit's gone.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's like good God, I don't know, man.
I mean, that's it. I mean, he said it. I'm gonna put this out.
How you gonna talk about me coming to your stream talking shit, but you coming in our stream talking shit?
Man, leave my internet alone, man.
B5 ain't shit, man.
Yeah, it's 56K modem. I'm on the 56K modem, man. I'm struggling. But
just because you still got sunlight where you at right now.
All right, no, but seriously, like
3 hours behind, you can talk shit to people.
But like overall, I think the running animation and the feel of the game when running is my two really biggest pet peeves of the game. I felt this in the beta, but the beta was even worse. The beta was like, but it's like it's still there, but it's not nothing to where like it's a game breaker. Like I said, if you get it for a cheap price, you're good.
Here's the thing: when I break away for a run, it feels great. Everything that happens prior to that is my issue. It's so weird. It's like MSN. You force.
I know, right?
But it's like everything leading up to me cutting and getting upfield. Like I hate it. Then all of a sudden I'm breaking away, and I'm like, this feels, feels good. So it's like they need to get that foot planning for not even drastic cuts, but you've played football. Both of y'all have played football. You can't turn how the motherfuckers. I tried it.
No.
Me and my boy went to the field. Like we tried to run. It was like, oh, we gonna run like Madden. That shit don't work.
No, NCAA 14 and Madden 25 had it good. It's like that's the way it was done when you're trying to turn. The foot planning was there. I can't remember about 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 had it. That one patch, it was gone.
It was bad. And 19, 15 through 18, it was gone. And then 19 came back before that patch, and that was it. Because it's just like I go back and play NCAA, and it feels so good to be able to cut back and you see the clear foot planning, and boom, you hit that hole and you're gone. And gameplay wise, it affects it too. People think that's just an aesthetic. It's not. That's gameplay. That affects gameplay a lot. Because now if I'm trying to get to a certain hole and cut back, I don't even have the footwork to do it. I end up either overrunning it, or you get that one cut animation that takes you so far off course that it's like, it's crazy.
Okay, I got Pooh here saying he's actually entertained with Madden. He's still playing 15. I mean, he's still paying 15. That's a good sign for him because he doesn't play Madden much. Young Noble also asked, why did the kick meter disappear in the fourth quarter? The kick meter disappears in general, depends on you're on console. So, but with console, if the setting, no, I'm not trying to downplay, but it's like a super sample or it's a anti-aliasing situation where it'll disappear. Like other things on the screen would disappear. I don't know if it happens on console, but I know on PC you have to turn certain settings off. I don't know if the patch fixed that, but I mean, because I haven't seen it since. But it was a big problem prior to the patch. Tadal 52 says he's still waiting for a sale price. Brilliant. I absolutely, I'm with you on that. JB says RPM is terrible. I disagree. It's very well implemented if it's done right. So
I think he means at his current state. I'm guessing.
Oh, at his current state. Oh yeah, I totally agree. I agree. Let's see. optimusgoob also says he's enjoying Madden, but he's still gonna hold his breath. We'll see how they hold up when the tournaments begin. That's what happened. That's what happened when what game that was. I can't remember what game it was, but they started patching the hell out of Madden for the tourney guys, and the whole game went to shit. I can't remember what year that was, but it was really bad.
I thought it was last year because I remember putting down Madden for the whole tournament season and then picked it back up.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't 19 because 19 for me. I remember 19 was done once RPM was done. It was another year where it was like it had to be like in around Super Bowl or after Super Bowl. They were still making patches for the game, and the game was clearly being patched for the tourney guys. It had to be like 16 or 17 or something like that.
You know what's funny? So I'm thinking about what DJ brought up before in 2K, and it's making me think about football games in general. So DJ talked about the stop and go, which I really like this year because actually they tell you in the tutorial if you tap L2 or LT, it'll give you like a little stutter animation, and they just have some really nice things in there. That's another thing that we're missing in these football games is the stop and go ability of ball carriers, because really everything that you're doing as far as moves is really kind of just full speed. But when you're a running back, you have so many of those little choppy steps where you stop, go, boom, there's a hole. Then you accelerate, then you stop, boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're really missing. Even with the RPM that they implemented at the beginning of last year, it's still.
I don't think they necessarily need a stop go. And I know you're probably thinking it as this way, but you're calling it that. I think players need to actually slow down when you let up off the stick.
See, that's what Madden 25 had.
Right.
Because I was doing exactly that. And it was just like setting up fools for a downfall. And it's just like when I came across that in NBA 2K, it was just like, yes.
No, but I mean the stop, but I definitely agree with y'all there. But also there is, when you're a running back, the stop and go aspect that I think they need when you are when you're coming through the line and you want to throw somebody off, there should be that button that you can press to give them a little stutter and then take off the other way, as long as the foot planning is respected, because I see a lot of running backs use it. They have it in the game as far as route running. There's no reason they can't put it in the game for running backs. Just like Pooh said, I want to see Le'Veon Bell actually show his patience. I mean, yeah.
Oh, just to let you guys know, now I'm in the middle of a heavy torrential downpour storm. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing nothing but wind, thunder, lightning, constant. So if I drop from the chat, it's going to be because of that. If I drop from this podcast, I mean, not on purpose, but if the power goes out.
Spec Pooh said that he want to see a game to actually replicate what he does. NFL 2K3 was the first game I know that actually puts their hand on the lineman, and you can actually try to get around him
Did it
patiently.
last year too, and they did it in the beta this year, and now that's just gone too. I remember the beta. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, 2K3, 2K4, and 2K5 was the first 3 games that actually had it to where if you run into the lineman, they didn't just run into them, they actually put their hand up and try to get around them. So that's
here's the other issue.
That's the closest you'll get to Le'Veon as far as I know. So it was before its time.
The other issue is taking the game speed settings out, because on slow, a lot of times the shit would kind of play out, and now that you only have one game speed and it's the default game speed, that's another thing.
Slow. The thing about slow speed in Madden, it showed out better animations too.
Yeah,
when you play in slow, you saw in tackles certain collisions,
catch animations.
For some reason, when it was slow, you got more animations. So that's kind of weird. The game is built all over the place. We know that. It's kind of weird. So I don't know how that works or what they're doing there. Brian, I think it says Skiba. Yeah, the QB mode throwing on the bubble or on the under center RPOs are terrible. They completely turn all the way around. The throw is strange.
Depends. You got to do it early to prevent them from turning completely around. If you do it late, they will because they're fully committed. If let me see, especially on the stretch plays, like when they're doing the stretch. And then it's an RPO. If you wait too late, they will do a complete turnaround before they throw the ball. Versus if you do it early, he'll just open up and turn, especially if there's a right-handed quarterback to the left or left-handed quarterback to the right.
Hey, I think a 2K casual came in and disliked this feed.
I would be surprised they came through to the podcast and dislike. And we had one last week. I mean, thanks for coming in. You're giving us engagement. We're not going to complain.
Maybe it's someone else's burner account.
24 people for a second, so
someone else's burner account. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think the issue with RPOs, the situations that the computer calls them sometimes are kind of head scratchers. I think the computer, like, here's the thing: the AI this year, as far as play calling, I really like it, but not on all pro. All Madden, they kind of really they really call plays that make sense. And I also notice if they're not running the ball successfully, they kind of give up on it, which is cool because and if they are running it well, they just keep running it. But the RPOs, there are certain alignments that will tell you right away not to run an RPO, and the computer seems to not really realize it. And then you'll get these losses for like 4 and 5 yards. It's like, well, you knew that wasn't going to work. Especially on the mobile screens. I mean, God, it's bad. I mean, they throw it accurately and everything, but I don't know.
I'm with Pooh on this one. He said when he loved the update, the superstar offensive lineman. I'm here for that as well.
I used the Cowboys today. It was amazing.
I mean, I seen how Alex Mack does his thing, and I'm impressed. Like, I've only been playing with one team, but he gets a superstar update. That is great.
I have a bone to pick with that because I felt like they could have given Trent Williams one more ability, and that was that nasty streak.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you pull up his superstar profile, and the ratings adjuster, whoever said it, sits there and says that he has a uncanny ability to get out in open space and look to hit smaller DBs. I'm just summarizing what it said. I don't know what the exact quote. I can't remember the exact quote, but it's just like, then why aren't you giving them nasty streak like you give a couple other people? And it's just like, okay, yeah, he has secure protector, then he has zone elite, and then it's just like, well, why don't you just give him nasty streak, because you can see highlight clips of him just not only just going through other linemen, he's going through everybody. He's going through DBs, linebackers, other linemen. It's like, just give him that third, because he's a 95 for God's sakes. I know his. So just give him nasty streak and let it be done. You talk about the top two. He's the number 2, possibly number 1 left tackle in the game. Give him that third ability there.
Ooh, I got a question. I'm about to put it in the chat so I can put it on the post. Go ahead, keep talking.
Oh no, I'm good.
Anything else you got, Bills?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh, one more thing. Still, I thought the key update addition is the ability to highlight who you want to double team. And I remember Clint and them had said that was coming, and the fact that it's here, and the fact that they took away the pinch, which I felt was useless.
I agree.
But it's like now you can highlight who you double team, so you can neutralize. Well, it's still going to depend on the rating of your lineman. You can neutralize the X factor defenders, rush defenders, linebackers, whatever. It is risk and reward, and you still can slide protect left and right and max protect with all this.
Okay. Anything else you got, Bills, real quick? Okay, I'm gonna add this real quick, and we can talk about that. My question that I got: RPO is pre-reading the edge rusher or outside linebacker. If you just throw it and the linebacker doesn't rush, he will pick it or deflect. The timing is key. That is perfect, but at the same time, when the guy said that the quarterback is turning around, it might mess up your timing. So you really have to be quick with it. You have to be quick.
And we weren't talking about RPO as far as user issues. I was talking more so about the CPU anyway.
Right. B5 said he was referring to about QBs. Okay, I see what you're saying. I got your B5. All right, I'm about to put this question up, and it's going to give us probably a little more time to discuss about Madden and 2K before we get to Jay-Z. Let's see. Let me take this down. This is a good question.
Talk about Jay-Z.
Yes, we do, because I have my questions.
Fuck Jay-Z. You've been on my
y'all ready for this? I think this is a really good question. Y'all ready for this? Okay. Do you think that Madden can be the go-to sports game over 2K for the sim community this year?
No.
Yes. Because 2K is having their problems with this nerfing and stuff.
Yes.
And Madden's patch. And the Madden patch is actually legit. Hold on. Let me finish.
Go.
Because I said Madden patch is actually legit and is actually making the game get better. And 2K is catering to these casuals. So this is a good question. This is a good one.
My league,
DJ,
my GM.
I know you're gonna go there.
Enough said. I don't care what patch. I don't care how 2K caves in gameplay wise. They're well beyond the point where their gameplay holds up and they have the depth of modes to be the go-to game for the sim community. Madden is not there yet. I'm like, their gameplay is in a good place, and with the gameplay updates, and they're trying to climb to be that, to me, to be that number one go-to, but they're not there yet. Only because
now, mind you, I'm just talking about this year. I'm not talking about overall.
I am talking about no. Everything leads up to this year.
Okay.
Everything all paths lead to this year. Without still a deep franchise mode, for me as a sim gamer, Madden is still not the go-to. It's going to be 2K.
Okay. What you think, Bills?
Pete said
no. Don't say it. I'm gonna jump to this comment. I want your thoughts, because I'm gonna put the comments up.
Well, I mean, the clear answer to me is yes. I'm playing Madden 20. I'm not playing Madden 19. And when I get 2K, I'll be playing 2K20, not 2K19. I don't want to play 2K19. So of course it'll be a go-to for me, because if I wanted to play 2K19, I would re-download it. And I think a lot of people are going to feel that way if they download that damn game and realize, oh yeah, all the shit y'all did in my league means nothing because I don't enjoy playing the game. So I think that's yeah.
I'm strictly talking about this year. I'm not talking about overall down the road. I'm not talking about will they overtake 2K, because man, like you said, Madden still has a long way to go. But I'm talking about right now with all these damn casuals.
Yeah, that's what I base my.
That's what I'm saying. All these casuals and Mike Wing are buddy right now.
I'm basing it on
Madden, and Madden is actually going in the opposite direction.
But hey, for folks in the comment section, y'all are basing it
off the history.
Y'all are basing it based on past precedent in one mode. We're talking about, think about the people in the sim community, and then answer the question.
Think about what the sim community wants in their sports titles, and you look at where 2K is going after one day of a damn demo, and that right there is troubling in itself. After one day of a demo, they're catering to casuals compared to what Madden.
Young Noble said the show
the devs that haven't caved in.
No, I'm not even talking about the show. I'm not even going there.
Here's the thing, DJ. There can be two devs that didn't cave all they want to. Those updates are coming to the game because Mike Wang said so. So they could not cave on
and that is a problem. But the thing is that even with that being said, looking at that current situation, that's why I feel still 2K is the go-to for sim gamers.
But
because of what it currently still has.
So VF, let me ask you a question then.
Go ahead.
The way you're voicing this, are you asking it based on how the sim community is, or are you asking it based on the quality of the two games?
No, I'm asking based on what the sim community
wants. That's based on that's what my answer was based on.
Now, see, my thing, I could have added the last two words of this question, could have said this year, because if you look at what NBA 2K20 is doing, they're going straight to, as of today, after the first 24, 48 hours, they're listening straight to casuals right now. Madden 20, for whatever y'all may feel about Madden in this past and all the bullshit they're doing, Madden is going in the direction that we want 2K would go to. That's why I'm asking, like, look, these guys are actually trying to cater to the guys want as far as sim, but 2K is actually listening to the park people.
And Kia, that's where my answer lies. I've never seen a game nerfed during a demo before. And guess what? All those people that bitched, and we had like 3 weeks to wait after the beta, and we still got the game how we wanted the game. Then we got a patch, and we still got the game how we wanted the game.
Now let's fall back. Let's look at some of the people's
Not
comments. Doug Thomas, maybe.
Not after a day.
NY Kia said LOL. Young Noble automatically no. And he said, I think you're drunk.
Let me answer Young Noble's question real quick.
Spec Pooh said no. Go back. What you about to say about Young
Noble?
Noble?
Young Noble said, what are they nerfing in 2K? So I'm gonna tell you everything they're nerfing in 2K.
Where's he been for the past hour?
All right. So everything they're nerfing in 2K. They're nerfing the ability to drive past people because folks can't play defense. They're nerfing the ability from the triple threat position to have a quick first step, which is literally a badge they put in the game.
The speed of the game, they're trying to change that again.
They're slowing down the speed of they're speeding up the guys on the court that aren't as fast. Literally, a whole position is getting a bump up to their fucking caps because people complained about it. Literally, the entire small forward position is being reformed right now. So that's what they're nerfing. They're nerfing defense. There's a bunch of shit they're nerfing. We talked about it in the past hour.
I'm gonna jump to another comment. PDF said no. Madden is staying to the point of no return. This is going back to what I said. We're thinking about the entire past, and I get it.
Yeah.
I don't think Madden will overtake 2K as the actual the go-to game overall. But this particular year, if they keep going the directions that they're going, if 2K keep dealing with these casuals and Madden is trying to fix their game to be like football, it's very hard to say that Madden from a sim perspective might be the go-to game.
And I will say this also. In the spot that it is right now, I can say that 2K is still in a decent spot. Like, you know, they're nerfing a lot of this shit, and we have to see how it plays out because we really haven't even played it with the stuff nerfed. But just off of what they're talking about, I don't like what I'm hearing.
Right. JB says no, 2K offers more than Madden, and he also said that my league editing player traits make you players' ability to take me months to hold my attention to detail.
You're preaching to the choir with that second comment, but I mean, I shouldn't have to do that.
NY Kia also said, "I never seen a game nerfed during a demo before. That's unprecedented. That's very troubling. I agree.
Never.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I gotta call a spade a spade. Didn't in the Madden beta they threw some patches in there?
It wasn't this bad though.
Still.
But it wasn't.
No.
I'm not saying nerf anything. Hold on. I'm not saying at the rate that
they didn't nerf anything either.
But
no, they didn't. That's true. They didn't
nerf anything. He said you've never seen a game nerfed. They didn't nerf anything. They actually improved things. They found bugs and then they went in and they fixed them. But they didn't nerf anything. As long as EA is making Madden, nothing will give. Well, I mean,
as long as EA is making Madden, nothing will give them credit.
No, long as Tiburon is making.
I put it like this: not here at first frame rates. Not at first frame rates.
Yeah, I mean,
we give credit what credit is due. I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but we're unlike some people who don't want us to be. We're actually honest about the game. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, don't buy it.
And find another podcast where you can have me completely undress the devs of 2K
DA.
And they're gonna need a fucking
They're
district
gonna be
attorney.
deal.
After
You keep going through them.
But no, I mean, yeah. So I mean, in the same podcast, I've given 2K a lot of credit, and I've also said where they need to improve as far as them interacting with the community and taking all their ideas from the community. You're not gonna find that in a lot of podcasts. I mean, mostly it's just gonna be 2K slander all podcasts and EA love or vice versa. But it's not what we do here.
I think you NYK is a year behind. It was Madden 19 RPM. They didn't.
19.
Anything else y'all got?
Can you guys hear that thunder in the background?
Yes,
I
yes,
can.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
I think
Okay.
so. Fife. Okay, so here's the thing, Kia. I think I know what Fife is saying. It's not that the controls themselves are too hard to learn, per se. I think that the controls, as far as how they play out, you have to play the game so much to get used to the seamless button inputs to do certain dribble moves. I mean, for the most part, every guy seems the same dribbling until you really learn how to string together a lot of those moves. I don't think it's so much the controls, like, you know, the base controls. It's just the dribbling and, you know, that's the sort of thing. Brian Skiba said, some people will say Madden is trash even if it looks exactly like their favorite football game under EA's title. Well,
I'm about to say I'm not even going to, because we talked about that. That was like episode 10.
Yeah, we've already seen that. We've already seen that this year, and we've talked about that at length in the past. So I mean,
I'm gonna pull up another one real quick, and we can give our quick thoughts before we jump to Jay-Z. This is off topic from Madden. Tadal said, what do y'all think about Maximum Football 19 years this year? He's seen a new gameplay, look better than last year's. I'm going to support regardless. I like what I see. I
need for that gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I seen the gameplay too.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out. I do wanna support them as well, because I think what Maximum Football is actually taking strides to make a pretty good game. But we'll see where that goes.
I got something real quick before we go to Jay-Z on another.
Go ahead. You good?
Okay, so I know DJ probably knows about this because he's a wrestling fan. I'm obviously a wrestling fan. AEW, they're having their first basically their first pay-per-view, I guess you could say, of the calendar year. It's going to be their first pay-per-view with a TV deal. So it's going to be really interesting what they're going to do. And that's going to be Sunday. And now also they have a TV deal on Wednesdays, and WWE kind of counter-programmed them. So now they're putting a show on Wednesday. So it's going to be interesting. And
there you go. Like that. There it is right there. There it is. AAWP.
Sunday.
Hey, Sunday. AEW pay-per-view. Y'all check it out. I mean, I might check it out. I ain't doing nothing.
And for anybody who doesn't know anybody there, Jim Ross is on commentary and Chris Jericho's there. So if that's not enough, then I don't know. I'm not getting paid enough to advertise.
Check with Neff. Check with Tadal about the gameplay. It's someone on Twitter. I saw it.
And Wise comments were about changes during a demo. Yeah, but I was addressing the control comment.
All right, one more thing. My question, you guys know in Madden history, Madden 25, do you think they'll I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're gonna continue with the same build that they had since the 360. They've been building on it. When it goes to PS5, Xbox, it's gonna be the same.
Wait, hold on. We can't leave this topic yet. There's something very pressing we're forgetting.
What?
Me and DJ have a roast that we need to do. Me and DJ have a roast. It may be quick, but it has to happen.
All right,
Clint Oldenburg.
Oh.
Clint.
What Clint do now?
No, it's about what he didn't do.
I know there's a soccer account trying to take him down.
No. So me and DJ were talking in the DMs about this, and we were talking about the sliders and the ratings issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been asking Clint Oldenburg for years. We've been tweeting him about this shit.
Oh, about the slider.
Charter tweets him
and
immediately gets a response.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. Don't do that to him.
Yeah.
No. Because here's the other thing I'm going to expose him on. He was wrong. He doesn't even know how the sliders in his own fucking game work. I have a video up that disproves everything he said. So how can you be a developer and you don't know what the reaction time slider does? You don't know what the coverage slider does. Fuck, you don't even know what the tackling slider does.
Yeah, we've been sitting here waiting on this explanation videos. You know,
We're gonna put out a rating Bible
that like Desire has done, where he's able to correlate the sliders with how they work in the game and how they affect ratings and stuff like that. And it's just like you gave us. I'm gonna see to Clint's. I wouldn't even give him credit for this one. Like they did one little thing they did on I forgot 2-3 Maddens ago, but even so, that's still not enough because people literally. I'm like when we had the zero theory in effect, it was like there was no explanation for why the zero theory was working.
They just nerfed it, and then they put the patch out and said, "Here you go, it doesn't work anymore."
No, wait a minute, Peter. This has been well documented since the PS3 days. Nobody has ever explained what these sliders do in this game.
Pete, none of his sliders work. We've had to sit there and try to figure it out.
I'm not saying that they don't work, but nobody knows what they do.
They don't work according to the 0 to 100 scale. They don't. If you're trying to do your sliders based on the 0 to 100 scale, don't bother. It's not going to work. Because the reaction time lower equals better reactions. The pass coverage lower means better pass coverage. The tackling lower means better tackling. The pass blocking lower means better pass blocking. How'd that work? And they don't notice because when you ask them, hey, why am I getting better pass blocking when the pass blocking slider is lower? You get ignored. And then Charter comes and it's like, oh, well, Charter, I'm glad you asked that question. Get the fuck out of here.
Let me tell you something. Why he get that preferential treatment.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I'm being honest. Charter has been doing sliders at least since Madden 10.
Then give him a job.
He's known, I'm serious, he's known all over Operation Sports as the guy to do slide. He's been doing it for a very long time, and I'm pretty sure he knows that.
Okay.
I'm just saying why.
Here's the thing.
I'm just saying.
No. Wait, hold on. Let me jump in on this.
Go ahead.
First of all, Clint technically is an unofficial NWO member. So
not no more.
No. He speaks. He needs to respond. He knows that.
He was. We're replacing him.
Yeah.
We're replacing him with Buff Bagwell now. Get him the fuck out of here.
No, but seriously though, I mean,
Scott OG would be replacing him.
He's a suitable replacement.
But
no, I mean, yeah, it's like, okay, I'll give you another example. If we said, oh, Clint, the game is playing so great, he'd respond then.
Well, you know that.
He'd respond then. But let us ask a sliders question. Let us post a video and say, explain this. He can't do it. So I'm tired of this whole thing where they try to convince us that we don't know what we're talking about. When we're making videos to expose your game as far as the sliders are concerned, where you don't know what ratings do, you have to go and dig for an answer.
And the thing about it is that all it takes is to ask the guys that did it previously that the source code is coming from.
Bro,
I think we can all assume that you don't know what the source code is. And then when you have to explain, because I understand it's hard to explain football to engineers. They do ones and zeros as far as how it translates into the game. But as far as understanding the sliders and then also giving an explanation to what the ratings do, but if everything's hold on. If it's based on the source code, then it's just like, well, find the source. The guy is still alive. Trip Hawkins, that guy, he is still alive.
But when you have a ratings
ask
guy,
him.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think he knows.
No, he does.
No. Trip knows. He created the game.
And his other thing.
When it started, he made the game.
I believe it when I see it because those sliders are. I ain't saying they jacked up, but we just don't know.
Trip Hawkins is the founder of EA in general.
Okay,
he knows.
JB, reaction time.
But you do also realize that the people that found Sega don't know what Streets of Rage is.
But his other thing, though.
I'm being honest.
But fight.
It's a little different with that.
But here's the thing, though, Via. Also, when you have a ratings guy that clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's doing,
that's a whole different can of worms.
But it goes hand in hand because
it's the blind leading the blind.
It's the blind leading the blind. You got cornerbacks with 85 hit power. You got Jalen Ramsey with 80 hit power. That you wonder why Todd Gurley gets laid out by corners and tackled so easily and shit like that. You wonder why all these guys on the field are just unaware because their zone coverage is crazy low. Then you got, I mean, I can get into it for that, but the point is they don't know what their ratings do and they don't know what their sliders do. And if they want to prove me wrong and they think I'm full of shit, then they need to come out and prove it because right now I'm looking like somebody who's been telling the truth for 7 years. That's what
But you know what? But the key word is because I also another reason that Trotter got a response, and I remember seeing this in the replies. Obviously, we're not trusted members of the whatever. So apparently, because of that, we didn't get the response that Trotter got. So it's just like, you know what? Not trusted. All right, that's cool.
Wait a minute. This has been documented for a long time. Once we made this podcast and a few people listened to it, they already knew, like, look, these dudes ain't our friends and we shouldn't be. We're consumers that speaking our minds.
See, that's the problem. It wasn't about being friends. I think that's where everyone gets it twisted. I'm like, look, everybody we meet online is just that. Nobody's really friends around here. Pretty much it's just.
You got people that's thinking that this podcast is based on being buddy-buddy with the company. You still got people thinking that we're on Twitter playing these games just to be buddy with the company or developers. That we don't do that. We stopped that when NWO was created. We've been stopped that.
And we didn't ever really start. We just kind of did it because it was funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We weren't actually friends with them. We were just saying, yeah, bro, we enjoy the game. Don't worry about it. It
was an actual response. And if Epicz is still in this chat, it has something to do with you. So
yeah.
It was in response to the no nuts comment you made.
What was causing all that?
You caused all
that. You caused all that. Fife, get your boy. Get him back in here. But I mean, y'all would trust it with me. Well, we appreciate it. I mean,
yeah, we appreciate everybody who's tuning in and listening to us. I'm glad you guys trust us. But yeah, we were. I felt like it was more. I felt like that line of question was more at me because I'm the one that asked Clinton. I remember asking Clinton about dynamic weather and getting a response then. So to not get a response now on a critical question is kind of.
We've been asking for dynamic weather since Living Worlds.
And we don't come at these dudes disrespectful either. That's another thing. So I don't know why we're the black sheep of the fucking Madden.
The problem is we're not coming at disrespect. We're just being honest. When things ain't going right, we're going to tell you. We're not going to say, "Hey, man."
Honesty. Look at the Game Changer program.
Let's go to Jay-Z, man.
Bullshit. Now real trouble.
Sorry, did I drop a little pipe? Did I drop a little pipe bomb? I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong.
Maybe I'm not the right complexion. I don't know.
See.
Yeah,
stop,
man.
And I'm light skinned compared to most people, so.
Well,
I'm as close and trusted as I can be.
And they do put up with Swami and all them motherfuckers, and then you look at Smitty and it's like, nah, you can't get a coat. Let me stop. Go.
All right, Jay-Z made a move, and he made a move to actually side with the NFL as far as a business deal, and a lot of people are up in his ass about it.
He's a coon.
I took a different approach to it, but I'm going to let you guys.
And so did Jay-Z. He took a totally different approach.
He did, but I'm going to, if y'all want to go first, go ahead, or I'll jump on and I'll say what I have to say. It's totally up to y'all.
All right, let me start first to save the explosion for after. I don't want to follow an explosion in any means from Bills.
Hey, Ladybug's still there.
She has no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, she probably came back like, what is this?
But yeah, in regards to Jay-Z, first of all, you don't tell another producer in the industry that you're going to have a bad deal with the NFL and do that exact same deal with the NFL.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why that all happened, but keep going.
That right there was the first sign. You know, not a lot of people knew about that at the time, but it got a little bit of coverage because Jermaine Dupri was about to do a deal with the NFL, basically doing the same thing.
Yep.
And then now Jay-Z slides in. Two, Jay-Z is not. Wait, hold on.
Oh, go ahead. Y'all talking about the comment section. I'm my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Two, Jay-Z is not the best when it comes to explaining himself. Because when Charlamagne asked him that question, he's kind of like looking around, all nervous. I'm like, he has a bit of. I can tell he has anxiety issues, so he's kind of skittish when his eyes are wildly going around and stuff like that. But then you see Goodell kind of like with his chin or whatever that chin is, that Jabba the Hutt looking piece or whatever under his neck, under his chin.
We had another person. Never mind. Go ahead.
And he's looking down. He's like turning red and kind of looking to Jay-Z like, no, like that eye contact. Like, make sure you tell him what we told you to tell him. And then Jay-Z. And then there was another question that another person asked. This question right here definitely showed Jay-Z, exposed Jay-Z. The guy was like, "So are you going to kneel or stand?" And Jay-Z's like, he's like, look, he looks confused. He's like, what do you mean? And the guy asked him again, direct question. Are you going to kneel or stand? And Jay-Z goes on to say, well, we're past kneeling at this point and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Jay-Z, you're a bitch. You're just straight up bitch. And now I can listen to Ether wholeheartedly now.
Why you couldn't before? Why you couldn't before? Ether was fire.
No, I did. I was always a Nas fan. Come on.
I say Ether was fire regardless.
Now it's more fire. Now everyone who disagrees with Jay-Z can play that song wholeheartedly.
Bills, you wanna add your 2 cents?
So I agree with pretty much everything DJ said, but the one thing I will say is the puzzle that he was talking in, the one thing he said that was true was that we need to move past kneeling. Now, a lot of people might not like the messenger.
They're not looking 2 steps ahead when he said that. But go ahead.
Not only are they not looking 2 steps ahead, but they don't like the messenger. And not liking the messenger doesn't, to me at least, do anything to take away from the message. I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan. But what it comes down to is he said, you need to move past kneeling. And everybody thought he was coming at Colin Kaepernick. He wasn't. Colin Kaepernick was the beginning. What have we done since? We ain't done shit. Eric Reed is getting randomly drug tested every week. And for Eric Reed to come out and the NFL, you're still playing.
He was better. The media
you said you weren't gonna quit.
Dog,
you said you were still gonna play, but you're sitting there taking the check from the same person that you claim is an oppressor. So I mean, what are we really doing here?
Here we go.
I'm looking at this comment I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put it up.
This is gonna be hilarious.
I'm not even reading it. I'm just gonna put it up. But the media played Eric Reed so bad. They played him like a fiddle. But I'm gonna get to that. You want to add anything else to that? You want to add anything else to that?
Well, me and DJ have some insight to this comment that she put. But anyway, no, I mean, there's nothing else. I just think that it's crazy that everybody is automatically coming out and bashing Jay-Z, which is fine, but at least come with facts.
I'm gonna take that.
Keep that up. That pick right there. I'm low key feeling that pick right there, yo. I mean, I'm not. Hey, Miss Ladybug, I'm not quite Judge Joe Brown, but you know.
Okay. I need Crystal up here. I need Crystal up here. Where Crystal at?
Oh.
All right, we're gonna take that down. Yeah.
She's like giving you the thumbs down, like.
She's like behind the camera. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Well, anyway, my thing with Jay-Z, I'm gonna tell you something. It's not about a black, white, police, unarmed black man thing. This was straight money. I'm dead serious. Straight money.
No kidding. It was
I'm gonna tell you the thing. What he did with Travis Scott, he turned him. Let me tell you how Jay-Z rolled just then. What he just did with everybody in the industry. This man is trying to build something for himself. He's selfish as fuck. He took Travis Scott's situation down. He turned that down because he wanted a clean slate for his move. Same thing with Jermaine Dupri to make his move. Once he got them out the way, he made his move in. This is what he did. He made it to the point where he can make money off of the same people that he know that he already was in bed with in because of Rock Nation and the agency that he already has with the football players. He just wanted to take a step further. Now, as far as this kneeling thing, I'm with Bills on that. I'm not saying I'm against kneeling, but I'm not about to sit here and constantly kneel at every anthem that's played and constantly just try to quote unquote just make the protest scene, and we still got people in the streets getting shot. I can't deal with that. I cannot deal with the visual part of taking action and not the actual taking action. Like, people say what they want about Malcolm Jenkins, and me and Bills had our split about Malcolm Jenkins. You can go back, scroll up the DMs. I know y'all can't, but up the DMs, me and him went back and forth about Malcolm Jenkins. One thing I like about what Malcolm Jenkins did, he brought up statistics about these people in the streets getting harmed.
Yeah.
That's one thing. If you're going to start the protest, we're not going to continue to do this for 3 years and not have people, getting any relief when a police officer pulls somebody over. My quarterback could have got shot a few weeks ago easily. And if y'all don't know who my quarterback is, my quarterback who plays for Georgia Southern, he got pulled over because he was speeding, and they tried to get him for cocaine, but the cocaine turned out to be bird poop on his window, and they tried to say that that's what it was. But if you saw that body cam when that police officer got out that car and rolled up on Shy Works' car, I was terrified for him because you never know what was going through that cop's mind. He could have drawn his gun and shot this guy for not complying fast enough. Kneeling doesn't, and I don't want to say this the wrong way, but this is it's true. Kneeling doesn't stop that. Kneeling doesn't stop guys who are getting arrested for falsely, accused for cocaine that could be because, like, honestly, if this wasn't getting national attention when that boy got pulled over, he could have been locked up over some bullshit ass charges, right or wrong.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That bird poop could have been classified as cocaine. He could have got in serious trouble, lost his scholarship, lost any chance he could have had to play in the NFL, which I'll be honest, I love him to death. I don't think he's going to the NFL as a quarterback, but you never know. He could have been in the NFL for something else. Could have ruined his entire career. I don't think police brutality just stops where on our man getting shot. I believe it's psychological. I think it's emotional. I also think it's economical. When you are putting guys in prison for bullshit charges like that situation, or you're just planning stuff on a person because you don't like what they're driving, or you don't like the way they look, it's not necessarily a person has to lose their life. I think brutality is a combination of all that type of stuff. So with that being said, I think what Jay-Z said was right. I think he did it the wrong way, to pushing these other guys in the industry out the way to make his money. But as far as step one of the protest, I'm absolutely with Bills as far as let's get stuff done, because people in this stuff may even go unreported. I mean, it goes reported when somebody gets shot or an unarmed person dies, but when you have trumped up charges on a person when they get pulled over, or they're just walking down the street and they're getting harassed by a cop, that's a form of brutality as well. They don't necessarily have to get shot or killed. These are the type of thing we need the cops to be on the up and up. I mean, y'all may not know this, that's in the chat. We still got 20 people listening. I was in law enforcement for 7 years. Bills know this because I give them a lot of knowledge about how the law works in certain cases. Mm-hmm. And the things that happens with some of these cops, it shouldn't go down this way. And I'm not talking about just getting shot or whatever. I mean, basic pullovers, when they search a car for no reason, or they want to pat you down because of the way you look, or they just want to detain you for a couple of hours. Stuff like that happens. I hate to say it, but this stuff goes unreported where it's not national attention because a white cop didn't shoot a black man. You have black cops that do the shit to black guys and vice versa. You just have people behind the badge that's just fucking dirty. Young Noble is in the chat right now, and he'll tell you, I don't even have to say nothing about that. There doesn't have to be a white cop. These guys do fucked up shit to people every day. And to be honest with you, it's more of the African-American community. They do shit like this to us all the time. That's why I backed out. That's why I stopped being, in law enforcement, because I thought I went there to make a difference. But, it's so political behind it. I'm not talking about Republican, Democrat. I'm just talking about just basic politics. When you wear that badge, it's something to where I felt that it's bigger than what I want to do for my community, and I went to go do something else. But
That's like the same thing. That's like the same thing in the military. Not everyone goes in with the same intention, but the main intention is to make a difference. And then the politics just get in the way, even on that level.
right. It's like I don't disagree with not kneeling like right here what Pete F said. I don't understand why people just can't do their own thing. You want to kneel, keep kneeling. Nobody's stopping you. Obviously, you have the owners have a problem with their money is being funny because of that. That's a whole different issue I don't want to get into.
But that's only the NFL owners that have an issue with it. Of course, it's in their sport. Everybody else that's kneeled at one point in time, you don't see the owners like, oh, get that son of a bitch off the field. No, they're actually supporting social actions and social justice. So.
No, I agree. That's why I'm not getting into that. That's a whole other can of worms I don't want to get in. I really don't.
Really, Bills? You really gonna ask that question?
I had to lighten the mood because we're talking about some heavy shit, man.
No, we're about to jump back into football in a second. But I'm just saying, when we're talking about Jay-Z, we're all three of us gonna have a different perspective on it. But at the end of the day, I don't knock him for trying to make money for himself. People could call him what they want.
He's just bad at explaining stuff. He shouldn't be. He should have a representative speaking, because to me, like I said, he did
it wrong.
He just was not prepared to answer that question or answer those questions.
Now, let's be fair. Before we jump to the XFL, do you think that was staged and somebody asked that and he staged that whole answer? Because I got
I think what's the name, Goodell. Well, honestly, I think Goodell had set that whole thing up, and I think there were some items that Goodell wanted Jay-Z to put out there, because those looks towards each other. That's like, get to the point, Jay. You know what I wanted you to tell these guys.
That's what I was thinking. I think the whole thing was just set up. I don't think that was I don't think that was something that was just spontaneous.
All right, let's get to the XFL.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, I just wanted to add that. Hey, listen, we do gaming, we do sports, but we
take care of Houston.
All right, man. Thanks for coming by, Houston. I'm gonna say one more thing before we go. Before we go to the next, he said, "I don't think it matters. People be okay with all this. Cap was just signed." Yeah, I think so too. But I don't even think it's about him anymore. And I'm be quite honest.
Even Cap understands it's not about him. So that's why it's like, in the end, I'm not that mad at Jay-Z. It's just that, he just explains himself poorly.
He could have done it better. I'm gonna put this other thing up real quick. And before I pull up the teams for XFL, y'all know anything about that? Because I barely watch TV. I know Power is a great show, but I
don't watch that bullshit.
I haven't watched it at all. So next,
that was fun. That was fast. Hold on. Let me pull up the teams. Let me see if I can get them. Let's see, NFL team logo.
I'm already disappointed in my team's logo and name.
Okay, let's see my
or the DC team.
All right, let's pull this up.
No. Pooh shows us. Young Noble, you're smart. I envy you.
He's smart. What do you do?
That's two of us, because I
said he never watched it. I envy you.
I haven't watched it either.
I heard it was a good show, but I never watched it.
I was forced to watch that dumbass show one day with this girl. Stupid show.
Forced.
Well, I mean, there's not much to do after
influenced. I think there was some influence.
Hey, look, semantics to semantics. You say influence, I say forced.
Hey, listen.
Either way, there was something involved that kept me there. Anyway,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, it's a lady in the chat, man. Cut it out.
Wait,
no. One second. We already.
Now what we're not gonna do. Now what we're not gonna do is sit here and kowtow to Miss Ladybug.
Nah, I know what's going on. Crystal got their hand on his shoulder. That's what that is. He got that scared look, like, oh my God.
Not even she sent that text like, you behaving up there.
Calm
The
down for all that
XFL
noise
team-
up there.
Hey, the XFL teams are available now. We only got 8 teams so far. And what do you guys
Roughnecks.
think? What
I
do you got?
hate.
The Dallas
I-
Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks, the LA Wildcats, the New York Guardians, the St. Louis Battlehawks, really? The Seattle Dragons, Tampa Bay Vipers, and the DC Defenders.
I hate the
This would be
DC
fine if it
Defenders
was-
logo. I hate it.
What, the Defenders logo?
It's bland. Everybody else, well, except for the Wildcats, everybody else's logo is kind of like it pops. DC Defenders is like,
I'm gonna tell you right
whatever.
now, the Seattle Dragons gonna fuck around and get sued by UAB football.
No college team is gonna sue a pro team. That doesn't happen. Hold on. I seen a college team go offer a cease and desist to a high school team, and that happened. What was it? There was a high school out here in Howard County, River Hill Hawks. I think they call themselves the River Hill Hawks, but they had their uniform. I think their logo kind of looked like, I can't remember which team it was, but the college team actually came down and sent that high school a cease and desist letter, and they had to change their logo. And I was just like,
Are we gonna act like 2K can't sue for this? Look at the fucking Renegades and Guardians logos. But especially the Renegades logo, but especially the Guardians logo. You can't just rotate some shit 20 degrees and act like that's your logo. That logo was in fucking APF. The Renegades logo was too. As far as these teams, Roughnecks, that sounds like a group of hoes. So we're gonna move on. Wildcats, that's so fucking generic.
LA Wildcats,
Battlehawks,
Tampa Bay Vipers.
Vipers, okay. Fine.
Randy Orton must have had an influence over this one.
Probably bought the damn team.
All right.
But,
All right, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I want y'all to see this. Like dead serious. Let me see, where is it?
Oh, Miss Ladybug knew about the XFL. See, you talking about you don't know nothing about football.
Right.
Rough head. That sounds like a bad night. She using teeth?
Oh Lord.
Oh.
All right, look at this now. Y'all look at the Seattle Dragons. Look at the Seattle Dragons and look at the UAB logo. Y'all don't think they're going to
I told you they rotated that 20 degrees. It said
it's the same. It's the same.
They just have less detail on the Seattle Dragons logo than it.
Yo, DJ, Vince said I've been in court before.
Right.
You remember the steroid trial?
Wow.
I've been to court before.
Yo, like that's serious.
Oh,
Like
shit.
that UAB can sue the Seattle Dragons. Like, look at that.
Hold
They
on.
look just like their logo.
Yeah, but we already know no college team has. I don't think there's been a college team that sued a pro team. And usually everything works downhill.
Right. It could be. I don't know. I mean, it depends.
That's crazy.
I don't know. So, what do you think about the teams? I mean, I don't like the St. Louis Battlehawks. I think that's a terrible name.
Already, like I said, I hate the DC Defenders. I don't like that logo at all. It's all red. Like, where's the alternate colors, and why is the logo so bland? It's like no one could come up.
How ironic would it be if they were called the DC Defenders and they were the worst defensive team in the league?
God.
I'm actually surprised that Dallas and Houston have a team so close to each other. They weren't able to get like another team somewhere else. That's kind of close.
Shoot, that Dallas Renegades logo looks like a Star Wars character from the Clone Wars, Cad Bane.
It was like a fucking. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that logo was in APF, yo.
What, the Renegades one?
Yeah,
There is the Bandit.
that's why I'm thinking.
It's
That's why I'm thinking. Low key, there's probably a 2K partnership down the line.
And the Guardians was the Cougars, I think, right? Something like
I think
that.
so. Yeah, Cougars.
Yeah, they were the Cougars or some other cat or something like that.
Oh, look at Tidal trying to spit game in the chat. Look at this. I'm keeping up with it.
The Houston Roughnecks looks just like the Tennessee Titans logo, just a different color.
Yeah.
The Oilers.
Oilers.
Oilers, just a different color. But and their logos, they look kind of whack. I mean, I'm really turned off by the Battle Hawks. I don't know what the hell is a Battle Hawk. I don't know.
I hope the football is better than the fucking logos for the 2 months it lasts.
I don't know. What y'all thoughts? Y'all ready for some football? How long y'all think they're gonna last?
I'm ready for some football, all right. Not this fucking league.
Well, I know nobody won't be stealing money from the league.
That's true.
That's
So they may just go a year, and that just be that. Like, hopefully you don't see Randy Orton appearing in a Tampa Bay game.
You want to hear something interesting, though, DJ? I think that our suspicions were true about Vince taking a step back on a WWE product while he focuses on his league.
Yeah, because I remember they asked his daughter, was she going to have some involvement, and her take was not really. I'm going to be focused on the wrestling side of things. So it's just like, okay, it looks like it's really going to be Triple H and Stephanie running the wrestling side of things. Vince will focus on the football side of things.
Once this league starts, it'll be interesting. Especially with that Fox move, and he's hired two people they really trust in Heyman and Bischoff, so it's like, interesting.
Yeah, all those moves are in place.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, the teams are in place. They're supposed to start when? Next year?
Somewhere in 2020, I think February or something.
February, so right after the Super Bowl we're looking at?
They're going to do the same thing that AAF started.
AAF did. Me personally, if it was me, I would do all. Well, it wouldn't work that way either because that's around the time they start practicing. I was gonna say do all indoor games in the summer, but in the summertime, that's where the NFL started practicing. So
it says January or February 2020.
Okay. I'm gonna look at it. I don't think it's gonna be as good as the AAF because I don't care what anybody says. They started out rough, but
quality football.
It started out rough, but you end up getting some pretty good quality football. The problem was people stealing money. And it kind of sucks because the players in that league actually really wanted to play, and you could tell that they played their hearts out. And at the end of the day, that's what you want in football. You want guys to give it their all on the field. And maybe we'll see a replica of that with the XFL, and hopefully no shenanigans.
Well, you already know they're gonna have a wrestling match at halftime in the locker room like they did fucking back in.
Pops up in the middle of the game and chokes out one of the players with the mandible claw.
All right.
Be the head coach of the losing team.
Anything else y'all want to add to anything on your mind? I mean,
well, I want to bring back just real quick the fuckery on my timeline.
Oh
Lord!
Because as we all shared in the DMs, Jack moved Johnny.
Oh,
time
and his listening and his.
Time out. No, we're not doing that. No.
And his listening.
You about to get muted. We're not doing that.
How you gonna mute me?
We're not doing that.
We ain't doing censorship either.
We're not exactly.
No, I'm not.
Going to attempt to mute me.
It's common knowledge, VF. It's common knowledge, fam.
Yeah, because it was put out. It was on Twitter. That's why I brought it to the DM. But anyway. Yeah. So basically, Jack moved Johnny.
Nasty.
Did a live stream. Whatever.
Nasty.
Did a live stream on Mixer where he was watching just random videos. To even include what is it? Press Start podcast episode or whatever. And he gets to a point, I think 41 minutes into the video, he starts watching a music video done by I guess a gay rapper, gay hip hop artist, where it's a video full of men twerking in the video, doing this music video, and he's like grooving to it. So this was reported by I guess what they call the Crumb Side community reporters, known as Dracord. And the way they posted it, it looked worse than what it actually was. He literally when you go to the actual video, he was actually just watching. He's like the whole environment is it just looks sus, like everything from start to finish. But that video in particular, it was just like people were,
If you are sitting, if you are laying
in a bed,
in a Get this out. If you are laying in a bed in a dark room watching dudes twerk, I better not ever hear any type of homophobic comment come out your mouth. Ever again. Ever. Nothing.
It's just like, people at this day and age, people are free to be who they are.
That's what I'm about to say. You are who you are, but be who you are. I'm liking what JB's putting out there. I want to talk about what JB's talking about.
Of course you want to.
Yeah.
VF trying to not ruin any possible future appearances by Jack Move or something like that.
And Jack Move, yes, this will be in the playlist.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Jack, regardless of his sexual preference, he is welcome on the show anytime. I like his commentary about sports. He's actually fairly knowledgeable about sports. So yeah, but as far as that other stuff,
Jack jacking it to that video.
Yeah, we're not jacking.
I just look at it like this. He's been able to navigate through several suspect videos to get to where he is. So I'm like, more power to him.
Listen, we're not jacking.
But that is mad sus.
We're not jacking in no video. We're not twerking in no videos. We ain't doing none of that if he comes on here straight up. We ain't doing none of that.
Also one more thing, but this is not about Jack Move now. This is about also thank you VF for that music recommendation.
Let me go ahead and put that up right now because I don't know how many he's putting out or how many he's giving away, but I'm gonna put that up for people to try to bring some traffic his way too. He's been doing music for a few years now, and he's pretty good at his music, and I'm gonna put this up here.
And yes, y'all heard it right. There will be no twerking on the First and Framerates show. You heard it here first.
No, right? Absolutely not.
Well, there might be twerking, but we're gonna have to see Miss Ladybug's schedule.
Oh,
what Crystal at, man? y'all get me in trouble, man.
Woo! Okay.
If Judge Joe Brown was in here, she'd be doing that. I heard you weren't paid for some of the services on the First and Framerates podcast. They were supposed to pay you $150. They only paid you $15. Oh my God.
I'm trying not to laugh, man. You stupid, man.
YouTube turning into Twitch.
All right, let Big Zay Mac is a rapper out of Mississippi.
Yeah, from Columbus, Mississippi.
He's from Columbus, Mississippi. He makes some very good music, and he wants you guys to check out his music. He's also giving away a copy of NBA 2K20. I don't know if it's a copy or plenty copies. I'm pretty sure if he gets more traffic, it'll be more copies. Check him out. Follow him at Big Zaymac 662. He has some really good music. Like I said, it's really good music, and he really wants you to just listen to his music, screenshot it with one of the tracks from his music, and you're already into the contest to win a copy of NBA 2K20. So check him out once again. It's at Big Zaymac 662. I turned DJ on to it. DJ is listening to his music now, and he.
That it kind of reminds like. His music. I remember when I joined the military. So most of my training and my time in the military was in the South. And he's
in the military too.
Oh, well, now if he's listening, thank you for your service, fellow service members. So it's just one of those things where, like, when it came to the music, I remember I was really introduced to, was it Trap Screw? Like way back, like when Master P was coming up.
Right.
So being from Maryland and hearing about it, I'm like, wow, this is pretty interesting. But my time in the South, like I actually did tech school in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's not the typical place I would find myself in, but it was pretty laid back down there. But being immersed in that genre of hip hop, I've gained a better appreciation for it. And then even listening to the tracks, I actually liked the one track. I forgot which song it was, but it had the Boyz II Men, LL Cool J tunes playing in the background from Hey Lover. Mm-hmm. I was hooked on that one because it played a mixed, like a remixed version of it. It just played the tune and he was rapping to it. I was just like, There we go. And I like that laid back sound. And then
like all of his music is like that. It's like real laid back.
right. And then I was like, okay, at some point I'm gonna hear the chopped and screwed track. And I came across, I was like, okay, good. That's what I was expecting.
Right.
So yeah.
But if you want a copy of NBA 2K20, like I said, just go. You can enter simply by listening to his album. It's right there on his Twitter. Send him a screenshot. Let him know that we sent them or we sent you, and you'll enter to get a copy of 2K20. I know we rashed the game. We talked about it earlier, but definitely it's a free copy. He's
and,
you know.
And coming from a fellow musician, even if you don't want a copy, just go and give it a listen.
Yeah, just give it a listen. At the end of the day, just give it a listen. You know, I think he has some incredible music. You know, so I highly recommend it. Anything else y'all want to add? I mean, y'all want to talk about some more XFL, some rosters who can get on the team? I know JB.
No, I
Where's
think
B Fight at? He usually wants us to extend the stream, and now he ain't nowhere to be found tonight.
Right. Like when he came into my live stream on Tuesday and was there for like 4 lines and then dipped.
He be committing them drive-bys.
All I know, the one thing I will add while playing No Man's Sky, don't be black and exploring. Just
don't be black in space.
What?
Just watch the live stream on Twitch. You'll see what I'm talking about.
You have a question.
I got you. I'm gonna check.
What's the question, Pooh?
And we're gonna give y'all extra time. So if y'all want to do a Q&A, man, let us know what's on your minds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think, and it's about time to get one out there.
When are we going to see a W? Well, I mean, I'm sure Roman Reigns will be on there.
Give it around probably about 2 or 3 months prior to the beginning of the season. You're gonna see it.
I give it even earlier than that. Might be the night of.
So I'm
How about the triple XFL?
What the hell is that film is talking about? Listen, dog. Listen, man.
You got a southern twang.
Doug Thomas said he had his damn ones ready before. Like we was gonna have a bunch of strippers roll up in here.
Listen, dog. I know what y'all trying to. I know where you coming from, but man, hey.
Look, Doug Thomas. You want some triple XFL? The closest you're gonna get is that lingerie league.
Listen, dog. Hey, you want episode 81 to show up?
Correction. It's called Legends.
All right, first off, we ain't said nothing. We ain't said nothing crazy on here yet. So
I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. Man.
Yeah, I'm about to say because everything that was said crazy was already said in that Twitch stream I did. So,
who guys picking to take it all in 3?
Especially when we were talking about Dolphins.
Oh, he probably means the NFL.
Who you guys taking it all in the season? Well, this kind of early, man.
Give us.
Ew.
All right.
Ew.
What's going on? All right, man. We ain't on no Jack move shit.
I put that motherfucking time out for that.
Just vanished for a second.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, you got to give us. Damn, bro, that's hard. I mean, I'll tell you who I think some of the favorites are. I mean, I think the Cowboys have a legitimate chance if Zeke comes back. I think the Rams always. Yeah, we know. I think the Rams are always going to be there. I think the Falcons have a good team this year. As far as the AFC, I think the Texans have a chance. The Patriots are always going to be in it. We'll see what happens with Josh Gordon. From the AFC, I mean the Colts. Even
really?
The Colts really can't play on the road in the playoffs.
Man, that quarterback is jacked up though.
Look, it's fine. He'll be fine. I think the Colts will compete. I mean, the Chiefs, you can never really count them out, I guess, with Mahomes, but I feel like they're going to take a step back because that run game is not going to be nearly as good as it was to lead them through the season the way, Kareem Hunt was. The Bears, we're going to have to see how Trubisky's maturation process goes. So, how about y'all?
I'm almost aligned with you with everything that you said. I'm also thinking about the Bears too, like what Young Noble said. The Bears could do some damage, but their running game is kind of depleted because Josh, their running back is going with.
What do you think about the Saints?
No. No.
Yeah, I think they take a step back. I think mentally that shit's kind of in their head.
It's not even that. I think they take a big step back. I just don't think their team is going to be as good as. I mean, look at their running game.
I mean, a lot of
their running game is gone from last year. I don't think Kamara's a good guy, but I don't think he's going to be that guy.
A lot of their success last year was very smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Honestly, I think the Chargers.
Hey, young Noble, we ain't about to have the.
Oh boy.
Hey. All right, who's your team?
Hold on, he's from Chicago, so you already know.
Of course you said the Bears are scary.
But I think the dark horse team that really could do some damage. I think the Vikings could do some damage.
Hell no.
Long as Kirk Cousins is at quarterback, I don't think they're going to. Kirk pretty much has told everyone he's out for himself.
I will say this, VF. The issue last year was injuries for them.
Right.
So if Kirk can keep his head on straight, because he had a pretty good season last year. He didn't have a season that validated the money he made. But
one more touchdown than his previous high.
Of course.
I knew he was going to get it.
Of course.
I knew it. He was very predictable, holding that 30 touchdown threshold behind a paywall.
So if Dalvin Cook can come back and
right,
and he can perform.
I'm not
the
saying,
defense is stacked.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're a part of the team that could win it all. But I would not be surprised.
Doug was pointed out the Chargers. I was actually about to say the Chargers.
I can't say
if they figure out that holdout situation. The Chargers are definitely a dark horse.
Yeah,
the Chargers could be last year's Bears.
But the thing with the young Noble saying with the Vikings, I mean, I don't think he's drunk because if you think about it,
you have to think about it. Now, I'm not saying that they could.
Yeah, when you think about it, think about a team. Think about how this set up, right? Think about how this set up according to the teams who have made runs in the past and might have been, wild card teams. The Giants.
You have
to set up like them. Great run game, great defense.
That's what I'm saying. The Vikings is a dark horse. They remind me of the Bears last year. I got to understand the Bears was like one tip field goal away from really causing problems because I don't think that who would have went to next? The Saints.
They were a thorn in the Rams' side.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, they would have gave the Saints some serious problems. I mean, it's not like they lost in because they got whooped. They were a tip field goal away from probably making it to the Super Bowl.
I don't think Cousins is trash. I think he's just a product of the market for quarterback these days.
Yeah, he's a system quarterback. I'm like, he's always been able to run an offense. It's just what's his record against winning teams? What's his record in the playoffs?
Well, let's talk about the Raiders real quick because Tadal brought up the Raiders. So how do y'all think? I assume that AB will be on the field. I have no reason to believe otherwise.
He will be. He got a helmet that he likes.
What do you think the ceiling is for them this year?
I think the defense is suspect.
I think the defense is very young.
Yeah.
I think they proved that they can get after the passer against the Cardinals, but you're facing the worst line in the league. So it makes me wonder how much pass rush can they generate? And their secondary is young. Their whole team is young, really. So I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think they're going to be pretty decent on offense.
Wild card?
I think they're no, not in the AFC.
Not in that AFC West.
No, that's saying no. If the Broncos and the Chiefs wasn't as good as they were, or hell, even the Chargers. No, they're
what if the Chiefs magically take a crazy step back this year? What if the Mahomes talent was a crazy smoke screen and somehow, some way, he just can't come out and do what he did last year, which nobody expects him. But see,
this is the thing. You also dealing with two other teams that are actually pretty decent. If that coach get his head out his ass and let Drew Lock be Drew Lock, or Joe Flacco play somewhat decent, the Broncos still could be a problem, and the Chargers are going to be the Chargers. So you're looking at all three of those teams compared to what the Raiders are up against. I don't know, man. Like Pooh said, he's back from timeout. 9-7. I could see it. Probably 7-9, 8-8. I wouldn't be surprised they even 6.
I honestly think they make the playoffs.
Ooh, that's tough, man.
I think they make the playoff because weird shit like this happens. You get a coach that, like John Gruden, we've seen it before, where he pushes these teams further than they really probably should go.
Yeah, but look at those other teams in that division, though.
I see it, but that's what we say every year about certain divisions and what ends up happening. Seattle still ends up escaping and making the playoffs. When last year was kind of doom and gloom for them, everybody thought the 49ers were going to take a step forward. You know what, Young Noble? I'll tell you why I don't want to see Phillip Rivers win a ring. Because he's a fucking choke artist.
Let's stay on topic. Damn that. We'll get to that.
But yeah, I think the Raiders might make the playoffs this year. I'm looking at these other teams in the AFC. There's no sure shots.
It's not.
There's no sure shots. I mean, other than the Patriots are going to make the playoffs, everybody else is kind of up.
We're not talking about like the NFC North. You look at the NFC North. The Packers got Aaron Rodgers. They really don't have anybody else.
They have a good run game. They have a better defense. They have an improved defense.
Yeah, the Packers ain't doing nothing.
They're not going to be a real
the Lions ain't doing nothing either.
Better, but
the Lions ain't doing nothing either. The Bears, it's the Bears and the Vikings. Now, with that type of division, I can see where one team can emerge and probably sneak up on somebody. That division in the AFC, I don't see it happen.
The AFC South is going to be the crapshoot.
Yeah, there you go. I can see that as well. You got the Colts, you got the Texans. Who else? Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's going to be.
Come to think about it, that entire division is trash.
But what do you mean?
It is. Don't
the South?
That's where the Colts and the Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars are, right?
So how are they trash?
Because right now,
here we go.
Right now, the Colts don't have a quarterback. I don't trust the Texans. They might be the best team, but I still don't trust them. And we know Jacksonville fell off from 2 years ago.
Okay, but they're not trash. That division would be interesting.
It'll be interesting between the division itself, but you're talking about compared to
what about the Titans?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. That's how sorry they are.
Oh, come on. I don't think you're giving that division enough credit.
Thank you, King David. Let me put that up right there because he's a
goddamn Jaguars fan.
That makes it more credible.
That's like me saying, well, the AFC East has been garbage for years too. I mean,
low key, you might be right about that too, because it's just Patriots and nobody else.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, it's a jaded stance, though. I mean, okay, and then here's the other thing. So Pooh says the Patriots get knocked out in the divisional round. Who the fuck is knocking us out in the divisional round with Josh Gordon? That defense, Tom Brady.
Teams have been shocked before, so
teams have been shocked, but
and remember, Patriots were one of those teams that got knocked out in the first round.
When it comes to the playoffs, I don't bet against anything. Listen, anything can happen. So that's just too easy to say. You can put anything in front of that statement.
I didn't think we were going to play as well as we did last year, and I can give Belichick his little 2 cents of credit for that.
Listen, dog, y'all won that Super Bowl because Jared Goff is trash.
No, I'm not talking about Super Bowl. I'm not talking about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the regular season.
Okay.
Josh Gordon's gonna knock himself out with a blunt. Man, look, we ain't gonna sit here and deal with this Josh Gordon slander, all right? We ain't gonna deal with this Josh Gordon.
I ain't gave up.
You just make sure Tariq Cohen can take more than one hit.
I put it like
Jordan Howard gone now.
Y'all gonna easily, take over that division. I see it, but I can't defend Josh Gordon no more.
I see the Jets. Competing. You think Zeke is gonna hold out beyond week 1? And if the owner's complaining about Zeke asking for a longer term, what do you think Saquon Barkley is going to do? His contract is up.
Nah, it's too early, man. It's too early.
I see what you're saying, Chris.
It's too early.
They offered Zeke the second most money in the league behind Todd Gurley. That's a bit of a slight. And I think the interesting part is, okay, so I don't know if y'all saw this, but yesterday they interviewed Jerry Jones. He got pretty defensive when they asked him about that quote-unquote joke that he made about Zeke. Because somebody asked any updates on Zeke, he said, Zeke who? And Zeke's agent went on record and he said he didn't think it was funny. Jerry Jones goes and gets defensive, excuse me, and he says, well, I think I've earned the right to joke. I don't think that's how this works, Jerry Jones. I don't think that your best player should get a response of Zeke who. I mean, what you gonna trot out? You're gonna trot out fucking Dak Prescott without a running back?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. We're talking about,
and then your defense is gonna have to hold every team to 14 points.
We're talking about Jerry Jones here. That's a rhetorical question.
Of course, he's delusional, bro. It's like it's crazy.
Jerry Jones at one point thought he was going to win a Super Bowl the moment that Dallas was going to host the Super Bowl. So
yes,
I mean, listen. I mean, you're talking about a situation where contracts and you got 3 players that's about to get paid. I don't see one of the 3 not getting paid. I don't know who, but if they're trying to be cap friendly and trying to get all 3, somebody gonna have to. All 3 of them gonna have to, compromise, or somebody's gonna be gone. And I mean, that's
never been a running back.
If Zeke was in a position that Melvin Gordon's in and don't have to worry about 2 other young guys, I get it, but I don't see nobody out of the 3s getting max and keeping everybody. I don't see it.
95 was Jimmy's team, but more importantly, when they talk about winning that second Super Bowl with Switzer, they had one of the greatest collections of fucking talent ever in the history of life.
But as far as the team, especially the NFC East, that can be a wide open division. I don't think the Giants are going to do anything though.
I think it's a 2-team race.
I think the bottom 2 teams in that division are going to be the Giants and Washington.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles have every chance to come back and be that dominant team that made it to the Super Bowl. They got Jordan Howard in the backfield now. That should help. Carson Wentz is going to have to stay healthy. He's going to have to tweak his game. There's no other way. We talked about this the moment he got
I don't even know if he needs to just tweak his game, because I don't think he does anything out of the way to get hurt. He just
does. Yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. Trying to run over linebackers?
That didn't get him hurt. That didn't get him hurt.
That didn't get him hurt. It doesn't
mean.
What
I'm just saying when he gets hurt, it's like because of some bullshit happened. It's not because he's reckless abandon. That's why I have my reserves about him. It's not like he's getting hurt because he's doing extra shit. He's getting hurt for doing quarterback shit. That's why, I don't want
to soured on Carson Wentz, but he was next up just a couple minutes ago. And a couple of injuries made people think that this dude can't play football.
The slander is terrible what they do to Wentz, but I mean, we're not about to sit here and be blind and act like that dude don't get hurt off of.
Yeah, but are we gonna sit and act like Jared Goff is better than him the way people?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, whatever. We'll see how the season plays out. I don't think for a second that Jared Goff, a quarterback who can't even make simple checks at the fucking line,
that dude had every opportunity to beat y'all and he blew it.
Sean McVay did everything but snap the damn ball for him.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. The Patriots are well deserving to win that 6th Super Bowl and all the yada yada. I get it, but that wasn't a dominant Patriots team. That was the one that a team could have won and they just blew it.
Pooh, I would like him to slide and stop trying to truck linebackers. That's what I would like him to do.
Wentz, do what you do as far as the way you play, because the way you play don't get you hurt. You get hurt because of dumb shit. He tore his ACL because he tried to go out in the pocket and throw the ball. That's what most quarterbacks do. He hurt his back because he got hit. I mean, he wasn't doing nothing crazy to get it done. That's just how it is.
Is Dak a top 10 quarterback? Let me make a list real quick.
Middle of
pack. No. I got him as a middle of pack. No, let's go to the other divisions.
What? For what? I thought we went over all of them.
We didn't do the NFC West. We didn't do the NFC South. We didn't do the.
Wait a minute.
The
NFC West, like going half and half. So at what point did we start going through all the divisions? Then we do this like a few episodes ago.
Somebody just asked us a question. We got
that's why the flow went.
No, but I saw the question, but did it require us going through all the divisions?
I mean, it's a conversation. People are chipping in.
I'm just asking.
We started flowing. Yeah,
that's how the flow went. And then
I got your list. Hold on.
Go ahead and make the list, man. Go ahead and make it.
I'm not gonna say the list. I'm saying we're gonna do the NFC West while I make the list on my phone.
Oh damn! Somebody in Atlanta is knocked out cold.
I'm not surprised.
The NFC West is one team and one team only. It's the Rams. Next, there's no reason to even discuss it.
You don't think the Seahawks can do something?
No, not with the Rams. Not with the Rams, bro. Because
wait a minute, VF, just to cut in, this looks serious.
Yeah, Russell Gage got hurt last week, and who got hurt this week?
No, VF, this dude is literally cross-legged, not moving.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying it looks serious. You sitting there making light up.
No, I'm not making light of it, but give me the name. Who's the guy?
I don't know. I just seen the man laying on the ground, not moving, and they're checking on his head and neck area.
I don't want to see nobody get hurt. No, I'm not.
Yeah, make light of it before you even hear what's going on.
Let me tell you the reason. I didn't make light. The reason why I'm not really caring, because none of the starters better not be in the game, for one, and two, it's preseason. I'm not really. Give me the name.
I don't know. I just looked up and seen the man just motionless on the ground. Good grief. His legs are still crossed.
Young Noble said he thinks San Francisco can make some noise if Jimmy G stays healthy. Jimmy G didn't look too good in the last preseason game, so I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe not. The NFC, I don't know. I don't see nothing the Arizona Cardinals are going to do. I think that Kyler Murray's looking like trash. Also think that
trash.
Yo, you didn't see how he was getting killed the other night.
I saw it, but that wasn't him. That's his goddamn line.
What can you do?
Not call him trash.
What can you do? What can you do? He's a mobile guy, right? There's
not enough mobility in the world for that.
He can scramble. He can scramble between the offensive linemen's legs.
There's not. Okay. There's not enough mobility in the world for that line, bro.
The NFC South. Honestly, I see the Falcons taking it, and I'm not saying it because I'm a homer. I don't see the Saints doing as well. The Buccaneers, whatever, and the Panthers, whatever. The Panthers may surprise people, but
you got y'all taking the division, right?
I think we can take the division easily. The Saints may give us problems because it's a rival, but I don't think their team is talented enough.
I think the Saints take a definite step
back. The guy that got hurt, his last name is Calhoun.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to find out. I can't. Yeah, I couldn't find his fucking name. I'm on Twitter right now.
Oh, he got hurt trying to hit Cam Sims. He hit him, and it's probably what happened.
Stinger?
It looked like. I think so, because his Cam's knee ran into the guy's helmet. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like I'm over preseason, man. I mean, I like to see certain players that interest me, but I'm not. I'm done with preseason. I haven't watched like one game. I look at highlights.
Week 3 is the only week I kind of pay attention to.
Yeah, because that's when most of them are playing. That's what I'm saying. Week 3, I saw it, and Kyler Murray wasn't looking too hot. AFC North.
All right, who was it that asked? Oh, okay, Chris Thomas. Hold on, I got you.
Steelers, Ravens, Browns.
I got another question. Who is Keanu Neal?
Yeah, that's the strong safety.
Well, he needs to watch how he hits people, because he spared our tight end earlier in the game.
Yo, he's been doing that ever since he's been in Florida. Yo, he really needs it. He got fined in this. He's going
to continue to get fined if he keeps hitting like that. Because I saw it. I saw the clip of him, Jordan Reed. He's like it's straight helmet to helmet, but it's like spearing. Like he literally is going helmet to helmet.
He's had a problem with it because he took a dude out from the Saints his rookie year, and he got fined like $125 or something like that.
Okay, so Chris Thomas, I think by default, Dak is a top 10 quarterback in the league, because I've gotten to my list and I've gotten to 8, and I can't figure out anybody else. Maybe Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay.
So my list is Breeze, Mahomes, Brady, Luck, Wilson, Rodgers, Rivers, Newton, and Ben Roethlisberger. I think everybody else in the league, he's pretty much questionable.
Damn, you think he's better than Matt?
Oh, fuck. Matt Ryan. Yep, he's not top 10. Never mind. I forgot about Matt Ryan.
So once again, I'm not a homer, but listen, the last 4 or 5 years.
Actually,
the last 4 or 5 years of Matt Ryan's been kind of fire, yo.
No. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot about him. So yeah, he's probably anywhere from 11 to not on the list.
11 to 15.
No, well, shit. I mean, at that point, he's down there with the Watsons and the Mariota.
Hold up, man. What, Deshaun Watson? All right, man.
No, but I'm saying he's down there with them like at 11. He's down there.
Mariota's done turned trash, yo. I don't care what nobody say. That dude's trash.
That motherfucker's a check down king, yo.
That dude done turned trash.
He's a check down king.
Yo, he's becoming like the next coming to Jake Locker, yo. It's like,
oh.
Yo, no bullshit though. Jake Locker was nice. He just decided.
Where's W Kemp at? You said that shit.
Yo, Jake Locker was nice, man. He just decided.
I fuck with Jake Locker.
Yeah, he decided to quit.
Only problem I got with Matt Ryan is him being a finisher in games. Other than that, I think that's a false stigma.
Wait a minute. I'm about to say, wait a minute. That man don't choke games. The team choked the game, but it ain't gonna be on him.
False stigma that he's given.
All right,
Josh Allen. Oh, okay. The pass rusher. Yeah, he's nice.
Oh, just to throw in another update. So Jordan Reed is now being evaluated for concussion.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Keanu don't play, man. That dude has a problem with hitting people. He's been like that since he's been at Florida.
Yeah, he's like fucking DJ Swearinger early in his career.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He has no problem with showing you that he's ready to lay somebody.
I used to not like Swearinger, but I've grown to like his game because he's changed. I'll tell you, one of the worst at spearing people was fucking Brandon Merriweather. He was a scrub.
He was. Hold up, not when it's playoff time. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a false stigma. I don't get where people are getting this from.
Give me Matt Ryan. Somebody give me Matt Ryan's numbers from.
I can think of 2 bad games Matt Ryan's had in the playoffs. One would be the Giants where they lost 24-2, and right. The other would be the Packers where they beat them in 2010. Other than that, no other game really sticks out to me.
Right.
Are you gonna say Seattle? Didn't they beat Seattle that year? Yeah,
they beat Seattle.
So I don't know what.
And even when the time they lost an NFC Championship game to the 49ers, Navarro Bowman pass interfered with Roddy White.
I don't know.
That's not on Matt Ryan.
I don't know what he's talking about. I have no idea.
2012. They was at like the 17 or the 15-yard line. He throws a ball in the end zone for Roddy White. Pass interference, no call. But that's not on Matt.
I'm confused.
You can talk about 28-3. That wasn't Matt's fault. Matt put up good numbers in that game. I don't know. I mean, Matt's not the problem when it comes to the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know what he's getting at.
Let's talk about the AFC North. Not Packers, but Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals.
I got the Browns.
You got the Browns? I'm gonna take the Ravens.
I got the Browns 9-7, and I think the Steelers make it in 8-8.
I'm gonna take the Ravens.
Really?
I'm gonna take the Ravens. I'll take the Browns next year, but I'm gonna take the Ravens.
What was that one year you guys were red hot before you went to the Super Bowl? What is it? Bro, I don't know. I just don't get what the basis to
that was 2012. Oh, that we went to the Super Bowl. That was 2016, 2017. Oh, whatever.
I don't.
I'm taking the Ravens. I think the Ravens are gonna take it. I think the Browns will take it next year. I think the Ravens are gonna take. Was DJ there?
I'm here. I'm just.
So what do you about to think about the AFC North?
Yeah, I got the Browns.
You got the Browns. DJ, what about you?
I don't care about any of these predictions.
That's fucked up.
I'm just saying. That's why I asked about the way. I remember the original question was really centered. It seemed like to me it was centered around just the top three.
Now, Bills, you see this, right? We give everybody extra time, and he don't want to participate. You see that shit, right?
No, because I'm looking at the question for what it was, and it seemed like to me it was based on.
Right. Are you looking at
who are your top 3 teams or something like that?
Are you looking at the chat and see what everybody's doing?
That's what they're doing.
This is why we're
here watching the game.
This is why we're giving
Twitter.
But DJ, we're doing this for them,
right?
I get it. It's just that I'm looking at I was looking at the question, and it just seemed like, okay, well, that's fine.
Hey man, purchase your intros and intro champ, man. It's a great place to get your intro for your YouTube channel and or your live streams. Check the link in the description for more information.
I got a question for you.
What's up, man?
Who was the best player? This is random as fuck, but I just randomly thought about this. Who was the best player in the NBA from the time MJ retired until LeBron came in the league?
That's a good question. So that's what a 5.
Oh,
That's only a
Kobe.
2-year difference.
No, it's not. No, not the second time.
No, we're not talking
Not
about
the second time. I mean, like pretty much 98 because he wasn't the best player when he came back. So 98
that's true.
to
2003.
because I mean you got Duncan, right? You got Duncan. You got an argument.
Duncan, Shaq, Kobe.
Shaq, Kobe.
Kobe. You gonna put Garnett in there for that time?
No.
Really?
No.
Damn.
I'll probably say
You got Jason Kidd.
Kid got an argument, but no.
Really?
He has an argument. I'm not saying that he's not. There's a good argument you can make, but my personal no.
I think if we're going 98 to what 2003,
about it throughout that time, Jason Kidd did lead him to 2 NBA finals.
that's what I'm saying.
So you got an argument, but
let's say this: 98 to 2003. I think is between Shaq and Duncan. Is that fair?
Kobe was nice too, though.
Kobe's nice, but Shaq was the one winning the finals.
Shaq
MVP.
was the team, and Kobe was along for the ride, and then it flipped.
So you going with Shaq or Duncan? Because I take Shaq.
I'm not doing this with you, JB. JB, I'm not doing this with you right now. Not doing this with you. I just got finished. Explaining this. They was in the red zone. He threw that ball in the end zone. DeVar Bowman pass interfered with Roddy White. No call. That's not Matt Ryan's fault. I'm not doing this. Carry on. Tim Duncan, Shaq, or Kobe. You can make an argument and say that was Shaq. You can say it was Shaq. Shaq was that guy for those 3-peat. I can give it that. Tim Duncan a close second. I can do that. That's a good question. It's a real good one. What else y'all got? Everybody
I'm trying to look at I'm looking at Azor's tweet just now. It says there was supposed to be a basketball. I kind of worded awkwardly, but there was supposed to be a basketball game in NBA 2K. We took that out and replaced it with a kettleball. Good luck dribbling it. Endless turnovers, potholes in the court. Quote Mike Beluga.
I don't know, man. Anything? What we covered all the divisions. We don't have anything else added to that, is it?
Y'all covered all the divisions. I was actually trying to focus on three teams.
You're not helping, man. You're not helping. We follow the flow of the chat. They want us to give us. We give them extra time. It's mostly like a Q&A. We're just
how many questions did we get?
We didn't get any, but we got the response from other people what they were saying in the chat.
So that means at least one question was given at least.
You know what? Next time we do one of these,
because you can't just respond to thin air.
You know what? After this, you can fall back and we can do this with the next Q&A with other people. You don't have to be involved.
I'm not saying I didn't want to be involved. I'm just sitting there just saying it was like one question. It was really focused on 3 teams, and of course, I'm like, there's no problem with expanding it. But then I was like, okay, what's the next question?
Okay, this is another good
Q&A
question. Q&A
is not like another. You might as well could have said this was another topic.
Where's Bills? Is he still here? He stepped off. No, because I got another question. This is a good question that's in the chat. I want to pull up. I don't wait.
There we go. That's what I'm saying. Let's keep the questions rolling, like different types of questions. That's all I'm saying. We were stuck on that one for a long time. Now I started checking out, just to be honest.
Because we expanded it, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
The AFC South Central, the AFC South. Nobody wanted to talk about the AFC South. I just said it was wide open.
Because they're garbage. So that means move on to the next division.
Right. We did touch on it for a second. But I do appreciate everybody coming and staying with the chat. I mean, I think we had a real good episode. I mean, this was really good. And
yeah, very. And notice how we didn't really touch IMV because
there's a reason
let that situation figure itself out. Because
there's a reason why I'll put it like this. I got exclusive information why IMV is not being talked about right now. I haven't even told DJ and Bills yet, but I will tell them off the air. And it's really not. It's not supposed to be out there. The reason why, and once we get to that point, we will let you guys know. But there are some things working in the background when it comes to IMV, and to be quite honest, I just say it's not good. It's not good. It's more foolery. I'll say that much. But due to what's going on, I can't talk about it right now. Since Bill's not here, um, I'm done, man. You got anything?
I say this was another good episode. VF with his sources. I say this is another good episode. Went longer than we usually do, but it's all for the fans. So thank you guys for chiming in, making the chat active as usual. Despite my gripes,
Y'all shutting it down?
Yeah, we about to slide out.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Doug Thomas. Yeah, I know about Flimro Rap. He broke down what's happened, but he don't know what happened within the last 5 hours. I'll just say that.
Because that video was done well before.
Yeah, that video was done well before I know what is going on with IMV right now. And like I said, I haven't.
So let's hurry up, wrap this up because we need. I want to know. I'm curious.
Bills, you got anything before we go?
No, look out for my single next week. It's definitely coming out next week. I keep saying this over and over again. I apologize for anybody who has been waiting, but yeah, my single's gonna be released next week. We're just trying to finish the touches.
Greatness takes time.
I appreciate that.
I don't have anything, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate you guys coming through, listening to an extended. Actually, when you look at the average, around 2 hours and 30, this is probably around the time we usually do. So it's not necessarily extended, but we still appreciate everybody who's still here. We still got 15 people listening. We had up to 25, 28 at one point.
Yep.
And we'll do this more often if y'all do like this, whatever days VF is off. Like, we'll,
Yeah, and then if you guys like this format with you guys comments on the screen and all this stuff, please let me know because I will definitely keep it this way if you guys like it this way. Because
it's a 7-day trial, so if you want that lifetime discount, you got to do it before next week.
A couple of days, yeah.
I have another idea I'm gonna offer to you after this VF.
Okay, that's cool. Because I think it created a lot of interaction with everybody who's listening because with the comments up on the screen, it really helped. A lot of people liked it, and then
maybe we can start plugging their podcasting site on top of what you're plugging already, and then also plug both Bill's and the other guy as far as music.
Right.
Plugging more people now.
Yeah, thank you, cute Miss Ladybug. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. You don't know nothing about sports, but you were actually entertained. That's great to know. You're gonna make me have my wife next to me if you keep this up, but it's all right.
Wow.
Get me in trouble. Shoot.
Once
again, purchase your intros or Intro Champ. The link is in the description. It's all for your good YouTube video needs and live streams on Twitch or whatever. It's a great place, high quality and stuff. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Anything else you got, DJ?
I have nothing else. I'm just watching the rest of this game. Apparently, the Falcons look like they're about to fall again for the whatever time in preseason.
Yeah, I think this is the 8th straight loss this preseason. I think they haven't won in like 20 the season before last.
Right.
Yeah, preseason. Yeah, whatever. You can always catch us. I'm at BF Baller, Bills 4th, DJ 81. DJ, what you got? I'm not DJ, but Bills, what you got?
Oh man, just thanks for coming through. And I have an idea that might actually be very good for you all that stayed tonight through the end of the podcast. So
absolutely.
Stay tuned.
I appreciate it, man. We're growing, man. We're moving on up. And iTunes, SoundCloud, if you want to listen to us again, download it on your phone or your iPad or your Samsung tablet or your computer. Listen to us. You can catch, you can expose us in any lies you think you can find. And we'll go
any lies you think you can find.
And we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same channel.
Oh, and also make sure you tune in to Cute Miss Ladybug on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Check her out. Matter of fact,
can't forget that.
Yeah, she's on right now, so go check her out.
I'm coming to troll her. Yes,
I'm already there. So
Cute Ladybug on Twitch. Y'all see it right there. You can spell it out. I hope you guys can read. You can check her right there, and also you can catch Spectacular Pooh on Mixer, as long as he's not worrying about getting any lotion, because your punk ass gonna get in timeout again.
Wow.
And we'll see you guys next week. You guys take it easy.
Peace.
Oh dear God.
Damn lotion.
Right.
So real quick, I'll wait for the